Yo, yo, what's going on? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, man, because sometimes this thing be acting weird, bro. So I don't know. So anyway, we got a couple good nights of boxing coming up, man. Y'all excited to Zion, man? Not about. I'm excited about tomorrow's fight for one reason, yo, because what I seen today made that shit look real, man. It looked real deal, straight up. Mike Tyson done playing. No more talking. I like that. No, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that he looked serious and he looked locked in. And he look like he about to cook Jake Paul tomorrow, man. And I like how you see him slap the bitch right out of him. But like, did you see him? That didn't hurt. That's all you can say, bro. He just slapped you like a bitch, bro. I mean, for real. Walked up there, no rap, no none of that. Slap, he's a bitch. We already knew that, Jake. But you know what, man? I'm about to put the motherfucking link up, bro, because ain't nobody really in here yet. So until people come in here, I'm going to go off for a second. I shall return. Cause I don't know, man. I don't like talking to nobody, man. So as soon as I see at least one person in there, oh, okay, there go my man DJ in the building. What's up, dog? All right, now at least there's one person in here. I can at least start talking, bro. Cause I don't talk to nobody. There's no point to do that shit. DJ, did you see him slap the shit out of him? I know I put it up in the group chat, bro. How'd that make you feel? Yeah, yeah. Everybody still think Jake gonna cook Mike. I've been hearing a lot of that online today. A lot of people really think Jake Paul gonna win. A lot of people think that if the fight goes longer than 5 rounds, Jake Paul gonna get stronger and just blitz Mike Tyson like he's a real seasoned boxer or something. Like this dude ain't seasoned, bro. He ain't had nobody push him back. Only person that ever pushed Jake Paul back is Tommy Fury, bro, and that's not a hell of a fucking pushback, bro. That ain't no dangerous competition, man. A 58-year-old Mike Tyson is just as dangerous as a 30-year-old Mike Tyson, man. Why do I say this? Did you see the shape he was in today? Did you see the shape he was? He's in better shape this fight than he was for the Roy Jones fight, man. I noticed that shit. That shit was crazy, bro. That shit was insane. So, let me see. We got now listen. Some pretty I ain't gonna lie. It's an interesting card, man. I got to look at all the fights. You know what I mean, for this card, man. And damn, it's horrible as I expected, bro. I thought it was gonna be a little bit worse than that, bro. I thought there was gonna be a bunch of bums, man. But he got some credible talent on this card, man. And shout out to Bruce Shushu for staying active, bro. Then you just fight like a month or two ago. Cooked him so fast, you're like, yeah, I'm ready for my next fight. I like shit like that, bro. That's what the old school boxers did, man. And shout, yo, but I'm more excited for, you know what I mean, the ladies, man. Is that weird? I think this is the first huge main event card, like, you know what I mean, where I'm more excited to watch the women fight than I am the men. That don't happen too often, man. But we got what we got in store. What's coming between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, man. I don't know if you've seen that first fight, but if you ain't see that first fight, I suggest you go watch it before you see this rematch, because that was, without a doubt, hands down, the greatest female fight I've ever seen. I've never seen two women stand tall in the ring and just slug it out like that. It was beautiful. It was really fun, man. And I'm expecting fireworks tomorrow, bro. I'm way more excited for that fight than Jake Paul, because I'm telling you, man, right now. I'm telling you right now. Don't be surprised if Mike Tyson get him out of here. Did you see his attitude? I don't think he's gonna come in there playing with Jake. Everybody thought he was gonna come in there playing. Everybody saying, "No, this is fake. This is a gimmick." I said this yesterday. Jake Paul's the gimmick. I don't not so much about Mike, man. Like, you can't really call Mike Tyson a gimmick, bro. Like, he eclipsed boxing. He got more popular than the sport. Like, when people do that, they're bigger than. They can't call them gimmicks and niggas who become bigger than they sport, bro. He's one of them guys, man. Like, and even win or lose, the mystique around Mike Tyson ain't never gonna change, man. It's hard to build a mystique like that. Like, you know, the most dangerous man on the planet, that's real, bro. Like, and I think Jake Paul woke that up. I think so, bro. Like, Jake looks big. Yeah, he looks fat. He ain't look like he is in shape to me. He look like he eating a lot of fucking Big Macs to get on weight for heavyweight. Like, this dude, what was the biggest weight he fought at? What? 200 pounds is the biggest weight he fought at. Now you stepping in the heavyweight round. That round is no joke, bro. And you the same guy that said you're gonna call out Canelo Alvarez, man. So we gonna see how credible you really is, nigga. Straight up, cause I don't take you serious. I never have took him serious. Never will take him serious. All right, for real. Yo, DJ, was that not the biggest scrap ever? This is one of them type of situations. This is one of them fights just like B-Ball better be here, bro. You don't know who gonna win. It was so fucking close last time. Nobody was mad at the decision. Anybody, it could have went either way. It's one of them type of things where it's like, man, I don't know who won this shit, man, but I know they put on a hell of a show. And but at the same time, when women or men, when you leave it all in the ring like that, it's kind of hard to replicate. Like for real, that shit was Rocky, Apollo, Creed type levels of excitement, bro. Like, and it's hard to compare fights to movies, man, because movie fights be way more exciting than real life fights. Like, they got a way of doing that shit. But that women's fight, that was exciting as like a Rocky, Apollo, Creed one. Swear to God, it was just wop 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 back and forth all night long. Great, loved it. Can't wait for tomorrow. I'm super excited for that fight. And if you watch me, you know that I am never, ever excited for women's fights. They all right, but they boring. Yeah, I said it. Women's boxing sometimes is just as boring as the WNBA. That ain't they fault. They don't got no power, man. It is what it is. But there are two things coming up. Like these are things that we've been advocating for. These girls are going to fight 3-minute rounds. Usually in three, like, you know how many girls will have more knockouts? Like, this is why a lot of these women don't have knockouts, a lot of knockouts, because they're only fighting them 2-minute rounds. Now we're going to give them 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 rounds, and we're going to see if these women's knockouts go up, because a lot of these women could get these chicks out of there, but they don't be having enough time to do it. So we're going to see if it works. We're going to see if it works, and we're going to see a lot, but again, a lot of these women are used to fighting 2-minute rounds, so a lot of them are going to gas out. So don't be surprised if one of them gas out tomorrow. Neither one of them used to fighting 3-minute rounds. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, she usually gassed on the mid rounds, and she take too many shots, bro. That's one thing that was always my problem with Amanda Serrano. She'll just stand there and get punched in the face. Exciting, but a stupid way to fight. Like, I didn't see journeyman wobble Amanda Serrano, bro. I didn't see her be in wars with people she ain't even supposed to be in wars with, bro. She one of them type of girls that if you hit her cleanly, she just say fuck defense and just start throwing back. It just is what it is. Very exciting style. But that's why she lost to Taylor. Like, you know what I mean? That's why she lost, because she's not too defensively sound. And Taylor was. I think the counter work Taylor was doing was what pushed her over the edge. Taylor was hitting her with some pretty clean counter punches. You know what I mean? But she got wobbled a few times in the fight, too. It was a great fucking fight, man. It was one of the ones that was so hard to score. That, like, bro, like, you wasn't that mad at the result, no matter who won. It was one of them fights, man. You know? But you know what? I'm more excited for the card Saturday night. I like the Mexican guys, man. They got a racist ass fan base, but they got some good fighters over there, man. They fighters are really good. They ain't all racist, I mean, but the majority of the motherfuckers is racist, and I hate that about them. You know what I mean? Because the minute you put them in the ring with a black fighter, oh, the shit talking be real. It be real on both sides. But where we talk shit, you know what I mean, on the level is just we just like athletically superior to y'all. They talk a level like, no, ain't nothing but niggas. Yeah, that's what they do when they get mad. Like, yeah. If you think I'm lying, you think I'm just making shit up, man, come on, man. And it's not a secret that most of them niggas are, ain't the biggest fans of black. Black and brown, they always talk that black and brown unity shit. That's cap. They don't like us. We don't like them. Everything's a competition. It's weird as fuck. Straight up. And it's like that with all races. Like when black and white is fighting, black and brown is fighting, bro, it's always some bullshit, bro. Like, it is what it is, man. It's always going to be like that over here in this punk-ass country. Everything got to be about race over here, right? Can't just be about skill and talent. No. It's starting to get like that now, a little bit more in today's era, but nah. In the end, it all comes down to what? Yeah. Stupid. Even with Taylor and Serrano, I've been following it online. You got the Irish motherfuckers talking all that shit. You got the Mexicans talking that shit. The Puerto Ricans over here talking shit. Irish motherfuckers over here talking shit. You know about the Irish fan base? They love her. They love her as much as they love Conor McGregor. Nigga, they go hard for her. And we know Irish motherfuckers can be kind of racist. It ain't no secret. Don't sit here and talk like it is. It ain't. Like, you know what I mean? England, Ireland, yeah. We know how they really get down for real. They still getting used to shit. Like, just like America is. It ain't no different. So it's gonna be in the end, no matter who wins this, it's gonna come down to a race thing, just like it did last time. Same thing with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is super, super famous, man, but the reality is Jake Paul ain't one. That's just one. Like, Jake Paul's boxing skills is one reason why everybody think he's gonna lose. Another reason is just because he's a Disney star. You're a Disney star. Getting in the ring with Mike Tyson, bro. Nobody take you serious, dog. No matter how tough you try to act, how much shit you talk to everybody, when that slap cross you, when that slap hit you across your face, dog, it knocked the ounce of that. A lot of that confidence said bye bye. And I know DJ, you say that slap was for promotion, but that looked real to me. That look like a shut the fuck up. That been coming. You've been talking. You've been doing nothing but talking shit this whole time. He been sitting there quiet as hell, just letting him build the fuck up to where it all just came out right there. And more was gonna come out tomorrow, man. I don't think that was just for promotion. I think that was shut the fuck up, Jake. I'm tired of hearing your mouth. You're doing too much talking now. Slap, shut up. You're a bitch. That's what that was. Like everybody could kind of like water that down to promotion, but in reality, that's just who Mike Tyson is, bro. Like it's actually been kind of surprising that he let him talk as much shit as he's been talking. I'm surprised he just slapped him out. That should have been like the old Mike would have been punch Jake in the mouth. The fight would have been over because he done been broke Jake's jaw. Like he showed a lot of self-control, so ain't no surprise in the end that came out of him because that's who he is. That's not promotion, DJ. That's who that motherfucker is. I don't know, man. If Slick's coming up, man, he pop up when he want to, man. I hope he pop up though, because this is this, but he got a stream for tomorrow, so he might just be keeping it, locked up till then. But I'm about to put the link up, DJ. You can come up and talk, bro. Anybody who's listening could come up and talk. I know Mark probably listening, but I'm definitely way more excited for Taylor Serrano, bro. Like that got the makings of all the makings of a slugfest, and that was my favorite. I like slugfests are fun sometimes. I'm a fan of the style of boxing, of the hit and not get hit style, but I do like a good stand there and slug fight. You know what I mean? But I'm not coming into this thing like it's a gimmick. I told you I've been thinking more and more about that. Like I know that people see it as a gimmick. No, I'm coming in this as a oh yeah, man. I heard that too, DJ. I'm hearing ESPN getting out the game and Top Rank going to the zone. Wow, if that happens. I've been hearing that too, bro. I think ESPN ain't making no money off this shit, bro. It's hard to make money off boxing when you don't got the top names. Listen, they signed. You gotta remember when ESPN signed that deal with Top Rank. Who was the number one nigga on their card? Terrence Crawford, bro. They had the rights to niggas like Tyson Fury and Usyk and all them. And now, anyway, like you think about it. Anyway, fight at 4 a.m. Nobody's getting up and watching that shit, man. You know what I mean? All the fights Tyson Fury had on ESPN was trash. Terrence Crawford fight. Jeff Horn and Jose Benavidez. Kell Brook and Amir Khan. Then he was out of there. Since then, how many good fights you seen on ESPN Plus? Not a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, it ain't no surprise that they pulling out of the boxing game because boxing ain't lucrative if you ain't got the big names in it, man. And all the big names is on other places. Amazon Prime, The Zone. You know what I mean? They're over there. Like, come on, man. They got Usyk, but all the big fights keep seeming to be getting made through Riyadh season, not Top Rank boxing. So we ain't even seeing Usyk on ESPN. You know what I mean? So I get it. And they biased as fuck. I hate the ESPN writers. They weird as fuck. They the motherfuckers who got Teofimo Lopez. They the ones who said Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos is undisputed. I never respected them, so I don't give a fuck. I'm happy they out of boxing. Get them out of here. I'm happy Ring Magazine got bought from Oscar De La Hoya because he biased as fuck too. His pound for pound was terrible. So I'm happy Turkey got that. Get some real niggas in there who know what the fuck they talking about, and not some biased Mexican motherfucker who only putting Mexican in the top 10. Fuck out of here, dog. Like, and niggas like now, yeah, anyway and shit. Like, nigga, fuck out of here, bro. Like, so yeah, I'm happy a lot of shit is getting shook up, bro. I'm happy ESPN is getting out of boxing. Y'all suck. Y'all suck at it. So yeah, Tim Bradley is like just saying the dumbest shit ever. I'm happy they all are losing. The only person I want they still keep their job is Joe Tessitore. I like him. Everybody else, fuck out of here. All y'all. Like, they need to get somebody, but the Zone do need to get somebody like to replace Chris Mannix because that motherfucking scorecards be horrible. He sucks at his job. I don't like him either. He reflects how horrible the judging in boxing is, bro. And he ain't even a real judge. So, yeah, some shit on the Zone need to get changed, too. But I ain't mad if all the top-ranked competition, all the top-ranked talent go over to the Zone. We'll get some pretty good fucking fights at that level. Maybe Inoue will fight somebody credible for once. Shit. Oh, actually, he just signed with Turkey, so he's definitely going to fight somebody credible for once. So I'm excited. I like that. Because ESPN is a sham. At least when it comes to boxing. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. So I feel it, like for real. Like Mike Coppinger is one of the most hated fucking boxing. He's biased as shit, bro. Remember when during the Crawford Spence fight, Mike Coppinger wasn't allowed to be in the crowd. They both made sure that he wasn't gonna be there. That's how much he hated on them too. Like, you know what I mean? He hate on them on Bud Crawford so much that he ain't even allowed in the vicinity of this nigga. Ellie sat back at the same way. Ellie sat back at the same way. The same another one of them niggas that was talking shit on Terrence Crawford for years, and then when he cooked Spence, they all just sitting there eating crow, feeling dumb as hell, and that's why Crawford called Ellie out at the press conference. Look at Ellie sitting over there looking stupid as shit. All that shit he been talking. See, they wait to do that. A lot of these fucking biased ass media motherfuckers just talk shit. They told you they trump up the wrong guys, and then the casual just listening to all these dudes because they got these humongous ass fucking platforms, and everybody just assume the nigga they say is the tight guy, and the real champion is a duck. He's washed. He don't fight nobody. You see how the narrative went with Crawford Spence, and you see how that turned out. Blew up in all their fucking faces. I loved it. Hold up, my man DJ coming up, man. What's up, brother? How you doing tonight?
Let me start off like this. Fuckity fuck.
That was from yesterday. Dude said I cussed too much. Hey, yo, you funny as hell, DJ.
Yeah, honestly, I was still rolling this morning. Just the way you just rolled that out, honestly, I was bent over. I had tears in my eyes, just giggling.
Hey, I did kind of like spit that out, huh? Fuckity fucking fuck you, dude. Hey, yo, somebody DM me on Instagram this morning, bro. Like, you're crazy. I think that was the same dude who did that, man. He tracked me down, man. It's funny as hell. Like, bro, I respect it though, but you ain't have to go so hard on me. Welcome to Punch Talk, bro. We don't play over here.
I've seen his if it's the same person, I've seen his name before pop up in different chats.
So he's definitely a bona fide troll then.
No, well, I don't think he's trolled in some of the other channels. Maybe he was just having a night, or he thought he'd come in with a joke that wasn't a joke, and you've just served him. But yeah, so where do we start? There's actually a few things starting to trickle through for discussion. The whole ESPN top ranked thing, like they, I don't even know how that'd work out. That could work
came
out
out
a
of
number of
nowhere,
ways.
like, but it ain't no surprise, bro. Because you think about it, all these giant platforms that have been signing these promotional companies, top ranked PBC, they've been losing billions of dollars, bro.
Yeah, and look, if you think about just the access, like think about just the access. So from the reports, part of the reports that I was reading during the week is someone went to great lengths to actually just explain where it started. It basically started on Bud's card because Bob Arum had his nose out of joint that Jared baby Miller that got beat up by Bacoli went and fought on the Riyadh card because that was one of Bob's favourites at the time. He was going to build him. And then the numbers, the way they split the broadcasting for Beterbiev and Bivol, I'm pretty sure most people just stayed on the zone. Like if they watched the undercard on the zone still had the main event over here, so you didn't actually have to switch to ESPN. So
True.
why would you? So why would you just stop one stream and start another stream? Like it just
That
doesn't
was
make
weird
sense.
too. Remember, like, I thought that was weird too. Like what they did with that fight, like everybody had to jump to ESPN to watch the main event. That was stupid. Like
Well,
I don't understand that.
I mean, old mate was quoting that the viewership was like 2,000 people on ESPN for the main event. So that must mean that the zone was
Everybody
getting all
stayed
the
on the zone.
numbers.
Yep.
Yeah. So that must have been a contractual thing. But look, it's probably not that far before Bob steps down. Like those rumours are circulating too that Bob will step down. Like what? He's 90 something now.
Well, he's old as fuck. Yeah, like about time you should have passed the keys to the kingdom to your son a long time ago. He got
Well,
the ins and outs of the business. You know what I mean? He ready to run it, man. Bob is just so rooted in his ways, and you gotta understand when you old like that. You know what I mean? kind of falls into the same category as like I don't know if you know we had a really great coach until all that Jerry Sandusky shit came out with like Joe Paterno. When you old like that and you used to doing the same thing, the same repetition every single day for years and years, once you lose that, yeah, they die. That's probably keeping Bob alive. You know what I mean? Running
Well,
top rank. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? When they
that's no
when they lose
different
the
from
passion,
anyone really.
you know what I mean?
Like
Like
you,
like Joe Paterno coached the Penn State Nittany Lions for fucking 40 years, and then 3 years after he you know what I mean retired, he died. Like they like you know what I mean. Who said that best? Customato said that when he was training Mike Tyson. He said Mike Tyson gives me a reason to live. You know, when you get old, you know what I mean. You need a reason to stay alive, and Mike Tyson gives me that reason, and that resonated with me. You know what I mean? I never understood that about old people, but I get that now. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is with Bob Arum. That's why he's so hesitant to give up, you know, I mean, the keys to top rank because once he don't have nothing to do, man, he's just going, you know, move on to the afterlife. You know?
I lost your punch.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, no, I was saying like, you know, I like that. I think that's what keeping Bob Arum, you know, like in the CEO seat because you know it keep him alive. Like, you know what I mean? He's been running top rank for what 40 years.
Well, it's that, and it's the influence and power that people
And
aren't
all the
willing to
influence
give
that
up.
comes with it, yeah, like
So
you see
once
that
you
Al
be,
Heyman getting sick too. So it's looking like we might get the keys to the kingdom passed in both of them things. Like you know,
yeah. So, oh look, you and I are half of Bob's age, and we're setting our ways with some things already too. So it's you don't
yeah.
have to get to 90 something. It's just
Can you imagine? So
well, I
yeah,
think that like a lot of businesses that do well over a long period of time. That's why they have board of directors and those sorts of things so that they can cycle the directors in and out to keep moving and changing and being dynamic with the market. See, that doesn't happen in boxing. That's
yeah,
one of the challenges that you've got is you've just got people who are set in their ways and they just see profit and perhaps they don't realize that a different model could give them more profit. You
yeah,
know, so there'll be a changing of the guard, but I mean that just gives Turkey more influence over fights in the top ranked stable.
yeah, definitely.
See,
And I think that I
should
think
be
actually I
easier
think
for
it's beneficial.
Tiafimo to get out of his contract though.
He ain't getting out that contract. If he been doing all the shit he been doing, and he still ain't get out of that contract, he ain't getting out that contract. Bob will shelf his ass before he let him out that contract. And
Yeah, but
you know, there's a good example of that of Bob Bell himself and you for years and years. Mikey Garcia, remember that?
yeah, we were talking about. Well, I was listening to you
That
guys
year,
talk about that
shelved his ass before he got
last
out that
week or
contract.
whatever it was.
Yeah, that might happen to him too. And I don't feel bad for T.O.'s racist ass, so that's what he get.
But I mean, that's just petty in some ways when you think about it. That's just
I mean, wouldn't you
yeah,
be petty too though? Like you want to fight the people I want you to fight. You gonna try to tell me what it is, even though I got you under contract? Okay, you won't get no fights then. That's how it works, DJ. It sucks, but you gotta listen to your promoter, bro. Or don't, why would you sign with him? Like why sign? But he not only did he sign with Top Rank, but he re-signed with Top Rank.
yeah, but
Leave.
look, it's got to go both ways for it to work for both parties, right? So think about this. It doesn't matter who you've got on your books, right, and who you want them to fight, unless they actually work hard. If the athlete, if the boxer works hard and puts on a good performance, it's only then that that person's valuable to you. There's no value in having employees, so boxers, on a contract that aren't earning you money. So if you don't cut them away and you're not asking them to fight and they're not earning your money, well, it's just a stalemate, and then it just becomes stubbornness rather than good business decisions. Because all you're really doing is you're saying, well, because you're not earning me any money, because we're not meeting in the middle about who you should or can fight, I'm not going to allow you to go to someone else and earn money. Well, see, that to me is quite devilish. What you're
Yeah,
sort of saying is our relationship isn't good enough, so I'm going to burn you from supporting your family and building a retirement package. That's just disgusting. I don't
it's
care which.
it sucks. I agree with you, bro. But DJ, boxing ain't the only sport that happened in. I'm sure that happened in NFL, NBA, rugby, tennis, golf.
No, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it happens.
Well, give me another example that you think. What would be, in your mind, a good example away from boxing?
Here's an example of that happening outside of boxing. Yeah, all right, so it happens in the NFL all the time. I'm pretty sure. I mean, probably using this analogy, it probably happens in rugby too. You ever see a star player go to a rival team?
Yep.
Most of the time, he got some knowledge on the team that he used to play for, coming over to the rival, right? You think they don't tap him for that? Even no matter how much game planning or changing of the plays you do, there's still some things that's going to stay the same, right?
Yeah, look, rugby league. Bro. Yeah, rugby league's not a good example of that compared to NFL because
do that happen in the rugby league? Do star players leave and go play for rival teams? Do that happen in rugby? That happen a lot in the NFL.
Yep. It happens quite regularly, really. It's very rare that a star or, top 10, top 20 in the game stay at the one club for the duration of their career.
Okay, so it's not like how soccer is.
Well, soccer moves around a little bit too.
Some soccer players will stay with the same club for years and years and years, and then leave at the end of their career, kind of like Ronaldo's been doing the last fucking 10 years. Same thing.
Well, one of the reasons that they get moved on is because if you liken it to a pound-to-pound list, if you've got a rugby league pound-for-pound list, once they start dropping out of that pound-for-pound list and their team's not as competitive and making finals and those sorts of things, is their dollar value drops and the original contract that was signed. See, most of the best players only sign as much as 2-year contract with a possibly 1-year extension. That's all the player and the manager's prepared to sign up for. So if they get better, if their stocks rise after that 2-year period, they can renegotiate their contract. Or if the club's not doing well or sponsorship's not doing well, they can shop themselves around for another club.
Oh, all right. Makes sense. Slick 50 in the building. What up, my nigga?
What's good, y'all? What's good, everybody?
You've been catching some of your videos that you've been doing while I've been asleep.
Yeah, man. Getting it in where I can. I've been going live at like 8 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. We was cooking this morning, man. Good show.
Yeah. Right on, man.
All right, so
what do you
think about?
Are you still crook, Slick? Are you still a bit sick or?
No, I'm fine. No. I'm fine. Just a little sleepy. But
so, let me ask you a question, Slick. Was the slap promotional, or was that real? Was that Mike's real emotion coming out because of all the shit talking?
Well, you gotta peep what I peep. You gotta look beyond the slap.
That's what I was trying to tell DJ that.
Look beyond the slap. It could be a promotional ploy, true enough, because I know that they still had a couple of seats left. Not a lot. He already done broke Canelo record, but if you looked at what went down, he slapped him and then he threw another 2 punches afterwards. They grabbed him.
They all grabbed him. He's ready to knock Jake the fuck out right now.
So the slap wasn't like everybody like, oh man, if he slapped him, that would have took him out. Man, Mike ain't strong as he used to be. All that. Love you. Good night, baby.
That slap was loud as hell, bro.
But the thing is, it wasn't even about that. That was a distraction. Go look at Mike Tyson when he fought Go Five Spinks, right? He hit him with the same combo. He hit him with a right. He with that left to the body and then came to the right to the body and told Spinks up. Then he later on with the uppercut and took him down. It was the same thing. It's muscle memory, bro. And he just, I think, and if he, of course, he wasn't gonna do it at the weight. Like fans want him to,
out
for boxers, just boxers in general, like really fall out at the press conference. They're not gonna fuck that money up, bro. They gotta get in the ring to get paid. You get what I'm saying? So
facts.
But it was a show like, yo, it's intimidation. You know what I mean? Man, you gotta fear something about an old ass man that's still willing to come out some fucking Speedos. Didn't give a fuck about the kids at all. He showed like he's in beast mode right now. Did y'all see that thing? Did I put that in the chat?
Man, he ain't give a damn.
Did he? In the chat, man. I mean, I don't know if I put it in the chat, bro. He was talking to I don't know if y'all know this little girl that does interviews. And she interviewed Mike Tyson. She can't be no more than 12-year-olds. The way he was talking to that little girl was reckless.
But it's Mike Tyson, bro.
It was fucking
We all
ridiculous.
know who he is.
I was like, what the fuck? She ain't gonna never forget this shit,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
The shit he
Iron
was
Mike,
talking
bro. You
about.
don't have no filter. It's like interviewing me. Slick, you think I can do an interview and not curse, bro? Me, honestly.
Man, no.
Hell no.
Look.
Hang on,
like
Slick,
you said,
Slick, let me just interrupt for a second. I've got a question. What's wrong with Speedos? I wear them to the beach all the time.
Oh my God, man. It's different over here, man. You gotta have balls to wear Speedos over here,
I don't
bro.
wear that shit.
Man, you wear man panties. But
We call them dick stickers over here.
dick stickers. Yeah. Mike famous for them motherfuckers, man.
Hell yeah,
Mike
we
is
don't wear
famous
that
for that
shit,
shit,
yo.
bro. Mike
He had
Mike
big
took
balls
pictures.
for that, bro.
Mike
Big balls
took
rocking
pictures.
out in some Versace Speedos,
For
man.
real,
Like
bro.
Tyson, damn.
Dude grabbed his dick in front of everybody. Didn't give a fuck. Was like, what's
Bro,
up?
I'm trying to tell you that the real
old
Iron
Mike
Mike started
Tyson.
coming out towards the end, bro. And I kept saying that to my brother. I'm like, bro, when's the real Iron Mike gonna come out? We seen it today. There he is.
Well, he showed it.
There he is.
That dude is still there.
Yeah, there he is. Jake is in fucking trouble, and I said this.
But that interview, excuse me, the little girl did. She asked him one question, and she said, "How do you feel like this fight is go? What is it gonna do for your legacy?" He said, "I don't give a fuck about no legacy. You gotta be fucking arrogant to worry about what people gonna think about you, how they gonna think about you when you die. I don't give a fuck about that." Like that's how he was talking. The little girl just looked like, "What the fuck?" And the little girl, she said, "I've never heard nobody answer it like that." All right, then. It was over, bro. I was like, damn, Mike, that was a child, bro.
Hey, Slick, I watched a podcast with Mike Tyson and Nick Kyrgios. I don't know if you know Nick Kyrgios. He's was a talented Australian tennis player.
Okay.
And like he's beat the best in the world on odd occasions, but he's just got a bit of a different attitude in his mind. But so we asked Mike Tyson during the interview on his podcast, and he said, "Look, what would you like the public to know about you, or what would you change?" And he stopped and he thought about it. He said, "Nothing." So for all the things he's done in his life, he told the world, "Nah, there's nothing I want to change about who I am."
No.
Right.
Like, bro,
Right.
that's what I was saying yesterday. I don't know if you watched my live stream yesterday, but that's what I was saying. Like, bro, this man, the mystique around him is so unreal that he can go anywhere by himself. He don't need security. He don't use security. He goes everywhere by himself. Now, how could a person worth $400 million do something like that? Nobody gonna try him because his reputation speaks for itself. He's an oddity, bro, and he always will be. And then I'm happy, Jake. You seen it after he got slapped. Jake realized what he's really up against now.
Well, if you can't beat your punch, he'll bite you.
It might get worse than that. Like, what if you really put? Like that's what I said. Like, if he come in there in that let's say Jake Paul's right hand lands, okay? If he wakes up Mike Tyson, bro, that's the waking a sleeping giant, bro. It's over.
Hey, share that screen, Punch. I'm gonna show y'all what I was talking about.
Is this the interview you're talking about, Slick?
Yeah, I'm waiting on to put it up on the screen. Oh shit, Punch, what you do?
Once we're done with this too, Slick, I'm going to pick your brain about.
Did I do it right, Slick? You up there? Go ahead.
Not me. It say at the bottom, the other one where it looked like YouTube.
Where is it? I don't know how to do none of this shit.
It's
bro.
at the it's at the bottom, right? Just
and with this.
Just add it like as if you was adding a person. Like you gotta put this all back on the screen, bro.
Okay, how do I take it back to the regular?
Just hit the first window, the little person in the silhouette.
You sure you're all right over there, Slick? Sounds like you've been sleeping in asbestos.
No, hell no, man. I've been dozing off, waking up, but no, I'm fine. Fucking this, the seasons and changed over here. That's what's getting.
Yeah, I'm going through the same thing over here, bro.
Yeah, are you in the little shape thing? Get out of that. You don't need to be in that.
Okay.
It's where like it's like it'll have a person split screen. Yeah, there we go. Watch this shit.
All right, there he is.
Watch this shit. Oh shit! Can y'all hear that? Hold on.
Fair use. Fair use.
Yeah, I think you gotta turn it. Is it up? I can't hear it. Oh, you know what? Hold on. No,
It
that
ain't
ain't me.
muted, so you're good.
I'm trying to make it where you can hear it though. Why I can't hear it?
So YouTube, don't try to clap my stream. Fair use, nigga. Fair use.
Oh no, this straight. It's a short. It's a short.
All right, word.
But I don't know why it ain't. Oh, here we go.
To see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. A monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. So after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Someone said that word and everyone grabbed on the word, so now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer. So thank you so much for giving me that kind of idea as well.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when I get dead?
A monumental opportunity for kids my age to see.
I was trying to find
a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend.
But you go stop it there. Y'all gotta go check that shit out, man. He told that little girl like she was a grown person that could comprehend that shit. The fuck?
He's just ruined her life. She goes, well,
right.
Yeah, what have I got to live for? I'm just passing through. I'm gonna die.
Damn. Mike in full beast mode. Full beast mode, man. He's a monster, man. That was crazy.
So I don't want to misquote anyone, but part of your circle, including yourself, Slick, some months ago, we're having a bit of a moment with all this promotional stuff that was happening in boxing. And you weren't a bit of a fan, but we're on the doorstep of another promotional thing. And I'm sensing a bit of excitement, or at least a little bit of interest in this one. Is it because of the undercard, or is it because of Mike Tyson?
Well, people are losing interest. I don't think people are losing interest. It's just this is not for the hardcore fans, and they're trying to. I think that they're pumping up the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight too much when they should be concentrating on the real fights just as much. You know what I mean?
Well, I can only think that those people that are single focused on Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight didn't watch the Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor first fight, because if they'd have watched that first fight and saw that round two or number two's coming on the undercard, come on, you've got to agree that that's at least by prospect exciting. If they have another war like they did the first time round, everyone gets their money's worth.
Yo, Slick, watch how the stream go crazy when we start calling that fight, and then watch how the stream go down when it's time for Jake Paul and Mike.
Yeah, well, it might, because if you stay that far, you might as well see what's gonna happen, right? And that fight's gonna go pretty quick. If Mike gets the knockout, if it goes the distance either way, it's only 2-minute rounds, right? So
yeah, and it's only like 8 rounds.
Yeah, it's 8 rounds, right? So it's gonna go quick, right? I'm more interested in the other fights, but at the same time, I'm gonna stick around and watch it. For good way Rob put it.
That nigga told Shushu he make more money taking a shit than he ever will in his whole life, bro.
Yeah, but that's look, y'all gotta think.
Shushu will cook Jake Paul, bro. Little ass Shushu will cook him.
But Jake Paul has to sell this. He is the first to strike a deal with Netflix, bro. He is the first, so he wants to keep this fucking deal. Netflix is paying up front. Do you know the money they have spent on this?
They are.
This is bigger than Turkey right now, bro. Like
people ain't watching this to see Jake Paul, right?
Huh?
People ain't watching this to see Jake Paul.
His fans is. You got to think. Did you see the majority of them people that was in that crowd was damn near kids? This is his generation, man. We have to as
90% of the crowd was booing his ass.
Yeah, that's true. But that he's
This
that
man's
he's the
turn
heel.
on him in droves, nigga. He's about to fight Iron Mike, bro.
He's the
he
heel.
transcends boxing, bro.
Bro, think about Jake Paul's career. I'm not me saying this is not taking up for Jake Paul. This is just me being a spectator.
I say he's a
This is me
joke,
being
and he's making a mockery of our sport. Fuck him. Get him out of here.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. I don't think after a while I was saying that. Let me answer that part first. I was saying that at the beginning too, right? But this is after a while of watching what's really going on, he's basically spending their money to build his company. So in other words, you're right. He like boxing, right? He likes the sport, but I don't think he likes it enough to make a long career out of it. He just
why the hell
like that.
Canelo Alvarez? What's wrong with him?
Because thank you. That's my point. Think about it. If he's gonna fight a real boxer, right? It's gonna be boxers that's gonna make him a lot of fucking money because he's trying to build up MVP. Now, MVP Promotions is a real thing.
It is. That's why I was trying to tell people yesterday because somebody came in my chat talking about Jake Paul is the king of boxing. I laughed in his fucking face. Because people think that Jake Paul is the face, like he sells 1,000, like 1 million pay-per-views every fight. He don't.
No.
That's a fucking lie.
But check this out though.
The biggest pay-per-view is 600,000. That's against Fury, nigga. You know what he did against Mike Perry last month?
He shouldn't even got that though. He shouldn't even.
That motherfucker did 30,000 pay-per-view buys, man. He's not no big ass draw. Them just
right.
He's getting them big ass contracts. He's getting them big ass fucking bags.
But people though, it's a
promoter.
Right, but he's a promoter, but you got to think about it. When it comes to Jake Paul, it's a two-way street. When you got like other boxers, right? Boxers hope to sell an arena out and do good on pay-per-view numbers, right? Whereas Jake Paul, he's guaranteed to sell an arena out. He sells the arena out. He just sells
the arena out. I give him that.
He just put 100-some thousand people in Texas Stadium, bro. In that stadium. Canelo
Mike Tyson did that.
No. I don't care. It doesn't matter. His name is there.
Oh, hell yes.
He's part of it. It doesn't matter. He's part of it.
Slick. Come on, man. If
Canelo
he was fighting
has not
anybody
done
but
that.
Mike Tyson, would there be 100,000 people in there right now?
Fuck
no, man.
You could say that, but his name is on the bill. His name is on the bill.
He's just a bigger, older version of Ryan Garcia.
Sorry, man.
Social media.
I understand the dude's popular. He's popular on social media. The motherfucker is not popular in boxing. Not at all.
No, you missing the point. Take boxing out of it, man.
I can't, nigga. You got to fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah, but you got to. You got to look at the bigger picture, bro. He doesn't give a shit that people talk about him in his boxing.
I know
he's doing these numbers.
Leave the bank and leave without a concussion. I know.
No. Think about it in the business aspect. In this day and age, numbers is your resume, right? This is his resume, bro. He will be able to say, Netflix, I put 100,000 motherfuckers in the seats, and they're gonna bite on that. He can go anywhere and say, this is my resume. This. He could do that. Not resume of who he fighting. The money he generates. That's his revenue. We talking about from his whole entire career, from getting famous by making vines to YouTube to Disney Channel. What's the other Paul name? Logan Paul, getting their ass canceled. Then he fuck around and got canceled. And then these mother bounce right back, still doing numbers. And each time they come back bigger and better.
Yeah, Logan's the real star.
Logan the one, because he with WWE though, but he's not in a sense. He's not doing what his brother doing. His brother Jake making real moves. Think about it. He may be he's the sacrificial lamb for his company, bro. Ain't nobody getting, bruh. Do you see this shit? Okay, let me point. I'm about to put the icing on the cake with this shit. Motherfucking Mike getting 20 million. He already got his money up front. Amanda Serrano, 6.1. Kay Taylor, 6.1. Shadeja Green, 1.5. You understand me? Ain't nobody else doing that for their fighters or who they fighting. Like, that's a promoter's dream.
I ain't say that's not the part about him. That's not the part that make a mockery. I'm happy he's helping other fighters, but I do not respect him as a fighter, bro. And I don't care how much
you ain't supposed to
do or how many asses he put in the seat, nigga. He's a gimmick. He's a bum, and I'm dying to see him get washed, bro.
I'm with you on that, but I'm gonna say this though. The heel,
making a mockery of a sport I love, bro. I don't like that type of shit.
Just remember this. Just remember this. In every sport, the heel always get the most publicity. Why? Because everybody hate him.
He's not a good heel.
And when you hate him, everybody
we don't hate him because
he's
a. We don't hate him the way I don't hate him the way I hated fucking. Let's say, who can I can't stand Devin Haney. I don't hate him like that. I hate him because he just jumped into the sport and getting all the fame and love that it take real boxers years and years to get and wealth, and it pisses me off.
But
so
those fans, but you gotta remember,
jealous. Maybe you could call me jealous, nigga. But he didn't have to work his way up like everybody else do, bro. I don't respect that. I don't like to use his fame to smash into the sport and take away from everybody. He's only helping the fighters he want to help.
Right. I'm not mad at that he jumped in the game, right? Because he's still a novice. But the thing is, the only part that I was mad about is he was promoting boxing and fighting these UFC fighters. Like, give a real boxer. Bullshit. I don't even care if it was a low budget boxer, like how he fought
like that one
Fury,
fight low budget
Fury,
bumps.
you know
I don't care. But these fight boxers, bro.
So that was the only thing, though. But when I saw the big scheme of things and MVP became real, that's why I stopped giving a fuck about that part. Because now I see what he's doing. You get what I'm saying?
Think about boxing as the vessel. And just hear me out. Mark Wahlberg, for all intensive purposes, is probably a shithouse cook, right? But his vessel is Wahlberg's restaurants, right? That's where the entrepreneurial side of him comes from. You see some of the Hollywood stars, they're in on coffees and whiskeys and all sorts of stuff. They couldn't make either of them, but they just use that for a vessel to earn the money. So Jake Paul's using boxing as a vessel for him to make money. But what I will say in the same breath is he does look absolutely genuine when it comes to putting his promoter hat on. Yeah. Slick and I listened to him talk in Puerto Rico fight night. It was somewhere down there? Was it Slick?
Was Puerto Rico. It was Puerto Rico.
And to the limited ability that Jake Paul can, he spoke really well. He articulated what he was trying to do and what he was trying to build, and he had a proper serious promoter's hat on.
Yeah, it wasn't no jokes or no gimmicks in it. It was some real shit.
So I guess what I'm hearing is don't hate the game, or don't hate the player, hate the game when it comes to Jake Paul and boxing. Because the reality is, if boxing was super, super healthy and it was still in the top 3 or top 4 of sports in America, nobody would be tuning into Jake Paul, period, in a boxing ring. It's just an opportunity. It's just an opportunity for Jake Paul with his entrepreneurial hat on to say, look, I've got interest in these areas. Maybe it's combat sports, him and his brother, what have you. Not completely unlike the other two brothers. What is it? Tristan and the controversial two brothers with their podcasts and whatnot.
Oh, but, yeah. I know what you're talking about. The one that they from Romania.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean them Tate brothers?
Andrew Tate.
Tate brothers. Yeah. But I actually haven't bought into this as much as I'm a little bit like Slick. I'm still hopeful that Mike gives boxing its credibility that it deserves. And Mike doesn't embarrass himself, not that he really can at 58. He's got a bit of a get-out clause and obviously doesn't care about his legacy. But it's the undercard that I'm actually probably itching or hoping that we get another war between Katie and Amanda.
Yeah,
it's hard to let shit like that, bro.
What's my boy that Tank beat? He on there. He fighting Ramos. That's gonna be a fight.
Who shoots you?
Barrios.
Yeah, Barrios fighting Ramos. That's gonna be a good fight.
Barrios is fighting Ramos on that card, ain't he?
Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight, yo.
He's defending his belt.
Those are the two fights I'm most interested in. And shoot you
on
the prelims.
Abel Ramos, isn't it?
Yeah, Abel Ramos. Yep.
Abel, is that how you pronounce it right? So, yeah, look, I didn't know too much about that. I asked Punch a little bit about that yesterday and just asked, you'd assume what Ramos is part of the PBC stable?
Yeah.
Yeah, so look, Al's still not putting that belt.
No, No, you ain't
risk.
putting it out there like that. No,
All
because
right. So
they're in the
Slick, I
midst
know
of a
you
new
heard what
home.
DJ was talking about earlier. ESPN is pulling out of the boxing game.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that in the morning. They're not pulling out. I had announced this about when I got my car.
I hope so. They fucking suck at.
I think it was December, right? December, right? Yeah, it was. It was when Turkey hit the scene.
But see, like last
December
year.
was December was the first big Riyadh card because he had all the heavyweights over there, and Wilder got washed.
That was the Wilder thing. Yeah,
I announced it like the beginning of December that they were already the contract was going to be up. They just didn't know. I didn't know how many fights they had or when. I had already called when that and they didn't know if they was going to re-up with them. Now it may be a case. It's not what people are reporting. It was a case of was Bob going to re-up with Disney? Okay, because Disney has restrictions on them. Okay, and I've been rocking with y'all a while, so I know y'all done heard me when I say it's not the same anymore. Where the promoter used to go to a network and then the network will participate, right? It's not the same anymore. It's more of the networks telling the promoters what fight they want to showcase. Case in point, remember what just happened with Bivol and what's his name? For Undisputed?
Better BF.
Better BF. Remember? That wasn't Bob's call. Bob was, like I said, probably was on plan with the shit like, yeah, we'll put it all on one card. And then Disney was like, no, we own the rights to Better BF. You go show that shit on ESPN. You see what I'm saying?
And if by all reports, the numbers tanked.
Right.
On ESPN.
Right.
Because I don't know if you heard, I was just updating. Part of where I got the news, how factual it is open for interpretation. But old mate actually did his homework, and he'd said that on the ESPN Plus there was only a bit over 1,000 viewers, because I'm not sure how it worked in America, whether you had to switch from DAZN to
switch.
You had to. Well, you didn't everywhere else outside of America.
Right.
So for me, I didn't have to switch, because if I paid for the event on DAZN, I got the lot, the undercard and the main event.
Right.
So add up all of the boxing viewers internationally compared to the US viewers only, I would suggest that the international viewers that were watching it on DAZN just stayed on DAZN and didn't feel the need or the want to go across to ESPN, because they didn't have to.
Exactly.
So,
and it was a bust. It was a bust because both could have made good out of it. Instead, Disney is very adamant about what they want. For instance, fighting on Heisman night and Super Bowl. That's Disney idea. And you can see the anger in Bob when it was like, is you think this is a good thing about NASCAR night? He was like, I'm not the fucking, what did he say? I'm not the fucking genius that wanted this shit. The network wanted it and we gave it to him. See, they tell Bob what they want. He can't just put out give them anything. You see what I'm saying? Especially, you got to think about this. I knew Bob may have been thinking about pulling out, not resigning, when he told Turkey he'd give him 12 fights.
Yeah, I don't think he would have signed with ESPN.
When he said that, I said, yeah, he's thinking about pulling out from fucking Disney, because Disney is crippling them right now. You see what I'm saying? Think about the fights that he may want to fucking do, and he can't do it because of network shit.
They bought it and fired everybody.
The networks have ruined boxing. They have a strong hand in ruining boxing, because we have fights that we have been wanting, and when it all said and done, paperwork could be right, the money could be right, the promoters have shook hands, but then the networks be like, no, we don't want to share it, or it got to be on ours and it can be yours.
Recently, Disney never won license nothing to nobody. They weird.
You see what I'm saying? So like I said, I've been said it. I had caught wind of it from somebody that told me in Vegas about it. You know what I'm saying? That Bob maybe really is contemplating pulling out, but they just didn't know if Disney wanted to re-up or him. But I was betting on him when I heard him make them comments about Heisman night, and then he made another comment when it was when Teofimo fought on Super Bowl. Remember that weekend? And yeah, they went with that shit. he wasn't happy with that shit at all because the turnout. Like, who the fuck's going to show up to a fight and it's Super Bowl weekend, bro?
There's one thing to compete with different sports, but then there's just what would I call it? Business suicide when you're going up against a much bigger entity like a Super Bowl than anything that
fight on a Super Bowl is the dumbest shit you could ever do in the world. Ain't nobody gonna watch that fight.
Right. And so what happens is Disney pays. Bob gets a check every month from Disney for doing what they want. You see what I'm saying? But times is moving. That check ain't. Just think of it like this: giving Turkey those 12 fights was probably three years worth of fucking checks that Disney was giving to him. You see what I'm saying? Times is changing. Netflix is buying everything up right now. Jay Paul not stupid. He finna be the first boxing match on this motherfucker. He go out. He done sold out. He done beat Canelo's fucking numbers. You see what I'm saying? So what? Now Netflix gonna start picking up fights. I was talking to somebody earlier. Everybody going fucking crazy over where's Tank gonna fight, this, that, and the third, and all these rumors. Man, it ain't about the money. The venue was never booked. Duh, didn't I report this? Wouldn't I report this punch about a month and a half ago about why the fuck it ain't going down? But don't nobody want to listen to that. It ain't about the fucking. Of course, it's not fucking booked because Al don't want to pay that motherfucking insurance, that $5 million insurance policy, and have to rent the venue up front.
You definitely called that shit.
He doesn't have the pool. He doesn't have the pool in Texas like he does in Vegas. You see what I'm saying? Now, for everybody out there, just put this out. This ain't even exclusive. This is just common fucking sense. March 1st is the projection date, correct? No, it's
for
not.
What?
For Tank fight.
Tank fight.
No, it's not. You want to know why? It's a fucking game that night. How the fuck you gonna have a boxing match on the same night of a game? You ain't getting that. This is what I'm saying. This is you being led on. You can go look it up yourself. Go look up any motherfucking state. Look it up. It'll tell you, and then get the city, and it'll tell you anything that's being, you know what I'm saying? If the venue been rented out.
They don't do research like that, Slick. They just run whatever the media tell them, bro.
Speaking of research, just keep this in your back pocket and watch what happens. I read a bit of an article that the public investment fund, the Saudi public investment fund that funds Turkey, they've cut their budget based mostly because oil prices are dropping, and so that's going to eat into his ability. Now, I don't know whether that changes it from a $2 trillion bank account to a $1 trillion bank account. I don't know, but he's not going to have anywhere near the amount of financial flexibility that he's had leading up to date.
Well, you do know when he did the heavyweight thing, right? And the one after that wasn't part of that personal investment fund. That was strictly the what they have over the King and the Prince. That's who was backing him then, for just strictly for Riyadh season, right?
Oh, it's all.
Then they entrusted him. Then they entrusted him with that personal investment fund.
No. So the public investment fund is not owned by Turkey Al-Sheikh. Let me just clear this up because
it was no. He got entrusted with it. From what I read, they wanted him to use it. They wanted him to be in charge of those funds. For entertainment.
So if you think about it like just a normal budget, the public investment fund's just a bucket of money, right, that falls under their entertainment, whether it's soccer, golf, boxing, entertainment, whatever it is. That's basically what the public investment fund is. And then there's other buckets of money that goes towards, I assume, I don't know, roads, government. Well, it's not a government over there, it's a monarchy. So, but look, it's a big fund, and if you're watching closely, what's happened now is that the PGA have now got an alignment with Live, which is also under the public investment fund, where they've basically bought them out to kind of start combining a little bit next year in 2025 for some of the events to bring players back together. So there's a bit of stuff happening, and they've been trying to do that for a while. The golf thing. Well, it was the Department of Justice that was really holding it up because under your current, and let's not get into politics, but your current lead or head of the DOJ over in the US had zero interest in having any financial involvement with the Saudis for whatever reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now that you've got a change of government coming and most likely a change in the Justice Department, that may open the way for those two entities to come together and start working more closely.
Yeah, because I remember reading it a long time ago. They was trying to get into golf, and they got shut out or whatever. Just to get a
Well, they're
short
into
story
it.
of it.
They've just got their own separate live tour now,
Yeah,
which is creating all sorts of problems for their marquee events like the Ryder Cup
mm-hmm.
and those sorts of things. Because anyway, look, let's make it about boxing, not
Right.
politics or
But
golf. But
I
there's
want
just
to.
been some changes that are happening in parallel, which I wanted to ask questions about rather than making statements. Because if there is a change, I would assume that the Zone is just the broadcaster for Top Rank, and that Top Rank's stable would still be promoted by Top Rank, not by Eddie and DAZN.
Yeah. How that goes is this. All right. Just recently, Frank Warren has partnered with DAZN, right? And people are like, "Wow, him and Eddie really getting along." Well, DAZN is getting along with every fucking body because their numbers are going up, right? By partnering with everybody in every sport, right? And Queensberry is not finna miss out on that. Now, what people don't understand is you still got TNT Sports. He's still with TNT Sports, right? So is Bob. Bob has I don't want to misquote the numbers, but he damn near got controlling interest of that. So Bob has TNT Sports. It's not like Bob doesn't have a home. You see what I'm saying? This is him and Frank Warren are like buddies. He can get it. That's why the Tyson Fury thing was no problem. Everything's no problem when it comes to him and Frank Warren. Now, the thing is, I'm worried about is he willing to play with DAZN? Because he was shitting on DAZN for the longest. And he had to walk that back because DAZN is still around. DAZN is still, you know, they're rising. You right? Because people didn't understand in the beginning when DAZN hit America, because that's what they were judging it off of. When the DAZN hit America, nobody really knew about it, and they came over here basing it off of boxing, not showing that they had a bunch of other stuff on there. But now they're getting a lot of American interest on there, where they're trying to get into baseball now, American baseball, right?
Oh, they're into
Basketball,
everything.
right? They're trying to get into everything.
Over here, once you get a DAZN subscription, you can watch anything. Sometimes you've actually got to get things like to watch the NFL because it's its own
Right.
It's
Package.
its own, well, what would I call it? It's its own business, I suppose, that doesn't need anyone else to survive with the money behind it. But you can just about get any sport. You know, I mean, fuck. I could have watched snooker at 11 o'clock this morning. I flicked on DAZN just to see what was live and what was going on. Why the hell would I want to watch snooker? Come on.
Right.
But darts, touch football, you name it, it's all in there. But
it's all street basketball is on there now.
DAZN's a huge sponsor and a big part of the English Premier League soccer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got the equivalent of the two biggest, most profitable sports in the world, NFL and Premier League soccer over in England, right? They're, I suppose, equals when it compares to different parts of the world. And
right.
But so DAZN's all but in on that, and then Turkey Al Sheikh's got a little bit of a Saudi soccer comp where he's poaching people from English Premier League like Ronaldo and Messi and those sorts of people. But look, I just find it interesting that it was only, and what was it? What did we agree? December. Turkey put his first card down where he was hoping to build the Joshua Wilder until Wilder got beat back in December. So that injection of a little bit of influence and money has really just stirred the pot, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And people are just working out, still trying to work through their alliances and contracts. See, the good thing for me is I think that anyone that goes to DAZN based off history, other than AJ, Eddie's pretty happy to let him go for a one-fight deal if he can't make it or match it for him. Like he's had people in his stable where he said, yep, you can go and fight for someone else or another promoter if that's what you think's best for you, and we'll welcome you back with open arms.
Yeah.
That's got to make a fighter feel a little bit more comfortable about signing the dotted line rather than I'll tell you when to fight, who to fight, if and when I want to. And if you don't like it, I'm going to shelve you. And not only are you going to pay the price, but your family and your stocks are going to pay the price.
Mm-hmm. No, that's right. No, you're absolutely right. That is, it's 100% that the money shifted everything, man. Now you got all these power plays coming in, and it's like I said, you liable to see Tank next year on Netflix, bro.
Probably.
Right? It don't make sense for like people aren't putting two and two together. Tank fight don't got a venue, ain't really established, but Benavidez and Morrell Jr. is. They stuff set in stone. You see what I'm saying? How do you get that set in stone and that? Why? Because it's cheaper.
Morrell's going to get washed in that.
Yeah, he is. But then you got that. But how's Tank not? Man, Netflix is willing to purchase the biggest fights. That's what they put out there. The biggest fights. It's not just going to be a network where you can just fight on. So if it's something we want, we going to buy it. Now, reason I say it like that is Netflix is going to buy it. That's how it used to be. You understand? This is how other sports in America work. The networks pay the NBA. You see what I'm saying? The networks pay the NFL. Boxing is the only motherfucker where we'll pay you chump change and we're going to have all the say so.
Networks pay our major sports over here too.
Yeah.
Because they want to be the one. They want to be the one that gets the eyes on the product, and it's not the network's product; it's the Sporting Code's product.
Right. But the thing is that when the NFL play here and they come on CBS, CBS can't cut that feed. CBS can't tell the NFL what they want done. They have no say so other than to broadcast it. When it's boxing, like Disney will give Bob a check to have boxing, yes. But Bob has to do what they say. You see what I'm saying? So it's like Bob's the boss of his company, but he got bosses. And the NFL is not like that. And the NFL is a big bidding war. Where the fuck the Thursday night game gonna be? I mean, where and then there's a bidding war. Christmas, there's a bidding war. Thanksgiving games, and just in general. You see what I'm saying? For the games on Sundays and Mondays. You ain't getting that for boxing.
I hope we just didn't ruin your content that you're thinking about talking about tomorrow.
Oh, no. I wasn't going to talk about this. I mean, this is, like I said, I already reported it. It's just a lot of this stuff just not coming out. And I'll be listening to the two and I'll be like, what? Like, y'all hella late. And then people are trying to twist it. And I'm just like, dude, just say the truth. That's what pisses me off.
I've got one for Punch, too.
Go ahead.
I can't believe you didn't go scorched earth and blow up with a massive big vein popping out of your forehead. Devin Haney having a sook that Ryan Garcia is interested in a Teofimo Lopez fight. Like he demands he should get the rematch. Dude, you just tried to fucking sue him for battery of all things in a combat sport.
This is new to me. I didn't hear this
what
shit.
The fuck?
Hey, listen, man.
What?
I don't even take him serious no more, bro. That's why I didn't even go crazy about it when I seen it, man. I thought you did see that, Slick. Yeah, he talking about I demand a rematch. It's like, what?
When did he say this? Would he put this on Twitter or something?
Bro, like, you know what, man? I'm trying to keep my composure when it comes to that.
Man, I'm about to have to make a video called "The Clowns of Boxing."
What I'll do, Slick, is I'll
DJ that one right there, that deserves dedication to its own private live stream. So I'm just gonna save that for later.
Where did you say this at?
I'll send it to you in our. I'll go back and find it, and I'll send it to you in our
In the chat.
in our group chat, so that you can decide whether you want to talk about it for tomorrow or not.
Yeah,
but,
man. I definitely want to hear that shit. This dude, wow.
Way ahead of you on that one, bro. I'm definitely gonna dedicate a whole live stream to that.
Shit, man. This
You
shit
know
is
that got under my
hilarious.
skin, DJ. Oh, you know it did, bro. Oh, hell yeah. But it's cool.
Oh,
He gonna get my
God.
full undivided attention.
Do you know? Have you ever heard the term, Slick? Have you ever heard the term "silly as a wheel"? Right? We use it over here when some people that have had too much to drink, right? We use the term, they're silly as a wheel, right? Because if you've ever seen a wheel going down a hill, like a tire or a wheel going down the hill, and it's just bouncing and bounding, and it's just like it just looks stupid all the way down the hill, right? It's out of control, right? I liken that to Devin Haney's mind at the moment. I do want to fight. I don't want to fight. I do want to fight. I want this. I want to go to court. No, now I want to have a suck about. The dude is just random.
Yeah,
and when I saw that, I just thought, now I know you're detached from reality, right? You put a bloke through hell. You cost him millions of dollars. You got him suspended, not for drug use, but because he didn't declare it. Right. You got your O back again. Let's not cast aspersions. There's rumours about a fight in Mexico that may or may not have happened, and an O was right. But is the man on a different planet that just thinks that when he wakes up in the morning, he should get what he demands or what he thinks he should get?
It's called spoiled rich boy syndrome.
Spoiled brat, silver spoon syndrome.
Well, do you remember Eddie Hearn just tuning him up because he threw a tantrum because he rang Eddie Hearn like at the 11th hour to get tickets to go into the card, and they're just going, well, fucking, there's nothing I can do, and guess what? You don't even work for me.
Right. That's the whole thing, bro. Like, man, all I can say is this. I hope this shows people a whole new wave. Turkey coming in, paying people up front. Man, you've been getting played for a long time where Canelo gets his money up front. The way Canelo contract is set up is fucking awesome. We watched it, and people didn't even pay attention. This man had a 3-fight deal with PBC, right? Got his fucking money and was still able to fight 2 fights. They weren't able to produce the 3rd fucking fight, so he went on the zone, fought somebody, and then came back. How the fuck does that work? And these other motherfuckers, you can't give them that time of day, or at least make their contract where they can still make money. This is where, like I say, boxers need to have good representation when they get in these pros, bro.
And I think that needs to be reiterated a little bit more, because at the end of the day, and I was talking to Punch and RC about this, and I said, look, the fighter or the team, the fighter's team need to take some responsibility, because once they ink that signature on the contract, they're equally accountable for what happens in their career. If they sign a shitty contract, that's just as much on them as it is on the promoter putting it in front of them.
Well, this is the problem. Too many hands in the pot. You got to pay your promoter, right? You got to pay your management. Then they're getting all sorts of different percentages. Some managers getting up to upwards to 10%. Some promoters is like 3%, all the way up to 10%. Then you got to pay your everybody else who helps out. Cut man, this and the third. So when people are looking at these contracts, you can't help but think this is their team. This is who they consider their team. So when they looking at this, as long as that number that they supposed to get is fine, you get what I'm saying? 9 times 10, they don't be caring. Just get out there and fight.
Yeah, but
I'm
just talking about activity and how a promoter builds your product. You know, I spoke about this a little bit, and I just sort of hinted and just said, well, look, once upon a time, the promoter used to have posters out, there are ads, advertisements and all those sorts of things to build a fight. Now there's none of that. They just rely on the boxer themselves to self-promote themselves by a majority by social media, right? So what is the 3% or the 5% that the promoter gets? I'm saying that they're still getting the same amount of percentage for less work these days.
Yeah.
But give me, and if you were waiting for tomorrow to talk about it, that's all right. You don't have to answer me now. But how do you see this Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano number 2?
Katie gonna take it.
Punch?
Yeah, what'd you say, DJ?
How do you see this Katie versus Amanda number 2 playing out?
First one was so close, man. I wouldn't have been mad at either person winning, bro. I think Katie deserved to win, but she did get wobbled a few times, bro. It was so close, man. So I think this time somebody going down. I don't know who it's going to be, but if I had to bet, I'll put my money on the champ, bro. So Amanda, I seen Amanda Serrano getting too many unnecessary wars against subpar competition, man. I always was the thing with her with me. You know what I mean? And I seen Katie Taylor put on some fabulous performances. So I think she can be more defensively sound this fight. So I gotta go with Katie.
Did you see how big Katie was?
Yeah. And I seen that rippling ass 6-pack. She was looking kind of good today.
Fucking neck is huge, bro. Hey, she's big.
So yeah, I don't think she gonna come in here playing with this time. I think last time she just wanted to put on a show.
Amanda
Toronto, if you hit her, she kind of throw her game plan out the window and just slug.
Yep. So, but she gonna have to do a whole lot. That's what I think. I think Katie takes it.
Here's my best memory or my best. I reckon that Amanda was in front in that fight in the first one, but she nearly punched the gas out of herself. Her output was twice, 3 times what Katie's was, and I probably could have had that fight maybe 4-1, right? Amanda's way. But then she just gassed, and that's where Katie just started coming back. Like, they slugged it out, no problem at all. But when I had a bit of a closer look at it a couple of months back when I was aware of this, I do remember that while the punch output was high, some of it was landing, particularly the body work, but a lot of it was still hitting gloves and hitting arms, right? So it was quite deceiving. And it was a split decision win by Katie Taylor on the night, if I remember correctly. It wasn't unanimous. So I'm of the mind that if Amanda learns from that and comes back in better condition, she might be able to get the job done.
Yeah. I think she is, bro. I don't think she
What's your thoughts on that? You're both picking Katie, but if I tell you that Amanda learns from punching herself out of gas and coming back.
You always do that, though.
I'm gonna say this though. Another part why I'm picking Katie is this. It's hard for a fighter to really get a all when they got 1 foot in and 1 foot already out the door. As Serrano already said that she's going to retire next fight. No,
not this one. She's got one more left.
That's why I said next fight. Next fight, not tomorrow. After the next.
Does she already know that there's going to be a trilogy? Is it going to be 1-1?
Maybe.
Weekend,
Yep.
If they go for the decider.
Maybe.
If she wins,
that would be the thing. If she wins, I ain't gonna lie, that would be dope because people will watch it. But I'm just saying that's why I'm picking Katie. Like fighters who usually already have if they're contemplating retirement, they usually like can't get in the groove. They can't. You know what I'm saying? Like they really don't want to do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm hoping she put up a good fight, but I got a feeling Katie gonna go in there and handle business.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be an easy fight this time.
See, Katie didn't look like she really wobbled Amanda at all during that fight, where Amanda definitely, I can't remember if it was round 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And she wobbled her.
Katie was lucky to actually get to the bell. She was in all sorts.
Yeah.
Didn't stop her throwing it, like she didn't run, but she was lucky to get through that round. So, you wonder.
She had her hurt in a few rounds, definitely.
Yeah, she had her hurt, but this Katie looked bigger.
This Katie looked bigger and more focused.
I swear, I don't know.
What are they?
Different about her.
135 again?
Yeah,
Like,
140. I thought they're bigger.
It looked like she could for that second Cameron fight, man. She looked this locked in for that one. You seen what she did. So, yeah, I think this is gonna be an easy night.
I could be wrong, but I think Katie takes this one. She just seemed more focused. She's like, I'm like, damn, bro. Like, her neck was not that damn big. That was the first thing I noticed. She stepped on that scale. I said, why the fuck her neck so goddamn wide? Like, god damn. But that told me she ready to take those jabs and them punches. That's the only reason for doing it, you know?
Yep.
And I don't know. As soon as I saw her, I was like, damn, boy, she looked good. She never looked that good, bro.
Yeah, I was like, she's in great condition, bro.
Did I just hear you say, Punch, that she's going to have an easy night? You think it's going to be that lopsided?
I do.
Really?
Like, I agree.
Well, that's a big call.
I don't think it's going to be a wash.
Based off what Slick said, you know, and what I seen in her last fight, and what I seen in Serrano's last fight, yeah, I think she's going to outbox the hell out of Serrano tomorrow.
Yeah, shit.
That's just my opinion, bro. But I judge, but listen, I judge off. I see like Katie looked great in her last fight, Amanda. You know what I mean? So we see.
I'm considering, and I'll sleep on it, and I'll make a pick tomorrow. But I'm feeling an upset, boys. If it is an upset, if it's not a 50-50 fight, but there's part of me that thinks that where's she going to get $6.1 million if it's not a trilogy against Katie Taylor?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Where is she going to get that money against
any
other name?
And if it's a good fight, the money going to go up.
It's not, and Shields is way too big for both of them. So, yeah, that's the only way.
Shields need to be talking, bro. Shields need to be trying to meet some. Look,
she's way too big for either one of them.
Shields is too arrogant right now, bro. She's as we say, she getting too big for her.
Yeah, she talking way too much. I agree.
Look, you went to heavyweight. That was on you. You should admit you're trying to meet them girls in the middle somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Why you trying? If you talking about look, this shit didn't make no sense. I knew that Clarissa was full of herself when I did a video about her, trying to tell her about herself when she was trying to compare herself to the men. Stop that shit. You want to fight Alicia Bumgardner. Alicia Bumgardner's like, what, 126, 130 or some shit like that?
130.
130. Why the fuck you want to fight that little motherfucker and ask her to come to 147, right? Because she said she'll go all the way back down to 147. Then fight. Why you ain't calling out Katie Taylor? Why you not calling out the ones who can make that weight? You get what I'm saying? But you want to fight her. No, man. I knew she was full of herself, bro. Like, at the end of the day, and I know Alicia was talking a lot of shit, but you should be calling Katie Taylor way more motherfuckers you could be calling out to get them fights. You could call Mayor out. Go and fight Mayor. Get them girls. Those are the big names, and you saying that you want to come down to 147, then do it. Don't go to heavyweight and talk shit about these girls because you're not being mentioned. You went to heavyweight.
It's a lot harder to lose weight than it is to put on weight.
She said it, DJ. That's her. She should never said it. You can't talk stuff about other girls in their divisions if you're not gonna go fight them.
The men do it all the time. Why should she be treated any differently?
Huh? No, I get them. Yeah, I get them in the same fucking shit. You can't ask a smaller dude to come up and be talking shit about him. You better be willing to go down. That's how I feel. I don't think like, okay, I hate to say it like this, like when Bam was talking about Terrence Crawford, right? That's laughable. Like, come on, little dude. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
He must have been joking that day.
But if a big dude talking about a little dude and he's serious, then lose the weight and go down there and see what he about then. Because now you picking on a little guy. You see what I'm saying? I give them the same shit. I don't like that. Because what are you mentioning them for? That's dumb. Stay in your division. That's like the heavyweights calling out the fucking middleweights. That's dumb.
Tank's doing it to 130 division.
Well, he's not talking shit about him. You just pull him up. They biting at the fucking check. I'm talking about when you just talking bad. Clarissa's talking bad about people. Like running her mouth about people. See what I'm saying? Like, I know she finna be talking shit tomorrow because the way the girls got introduced today. Okay.
And how much they getting paid.
How much they getting paid. She ain't got a payday like that. And Clarissa has done more than these girls have done. But these girls are being put up higher at a higher standard than what Clarissa is. So Clarissa be talking some shit, but the
I don't
thing
know.
is,
I think she accomplished what they did. She accomplished more at a faster level, but they all three of these women didn't accomplish big things.
No. They accomplished different things. You got Katie Taylor, 2-time undisputed.
Katie's the reason women are fighting the Olympics. So Clarissa wouldn't even have
she's not the reason. She was part of the first team. That's what I'm saying. She was part of the first team. She fought as a man,
nigga, under Kay Taylor, nigga, until they started the women's division, bro. That was because of her. She advocated the hardest for that. You gotta give her credit on that. She's the reason women fighting in the Olympics, bro. She's the reason women's boxing is in the Olympics. Katie Taylor is the reason. So she's the reason Clarissa Shields even got. There's a difference.
There's a difference in starting something and being a part of it. She was a part of it.
She pioneered it. Okay, there was no women's boxing in the Olympics before her.
Bruh, it was a whole girls team that went in there. What are you talking about? It wasn't just her. That's what I'm saying. You got to listen to how people
introduce. She's the one who brought attention to it, man.
You know what I'm saying? If it's
always a person who brings attention to it, no matter how many people you can say it.
That's fine. That's the way words mean. You talk to a person where words mean everything. Bro. Words can get you all the props in the world.
They said it the day when I introduced it her. Like
that's what I'm trying to.
Like she's the reason there's women's boxing in the Olympics,
did I just not say that? I said the way they introduced. That's what I led it with. The way I said I know she gonna talk shit tomorrow because the way they introduced these girls today.
Gold medal winner for
bro,
women.
Slick, if I've learned
it's
anything,
a difference, bro.
I don't inject myself.
The first ever Olympic gold medalist for women's boxing.
Channels.
Wasn't Clarissa Shields?
You're going to stats. I'm talking about what they said. She was part of the first team. If they made it sound like as if she started it, she did not start nothing. Now the way you said it, that's how it should have been said. When you said she's the reason it's still going because she pioneered it, like made it look cool to be in there.
That's all I was saying. Like
that's not the same as saying the reason. That right. She brought eyes to it. That's what they should have said. They did not say that in that manner. Kids are gonna go around and really think that she started women's boxing in the Olympics. No, she did not. But they did that on purpose, and that's what I was gonna get to my point. Then they went and then if you go down the list, like Amanda Serrano, 7-division world champ, unified too. You see what I'm saying? Nobody speaks about Clarissa. Clarissa is 3-time undisputed, fam.
Everybody speak about Clarissa.
No, they will never speak about her over there. That's why that whole runabout. Remember, okay, we can go back to this. Clarissa coined the phrase "the GOAT," correct?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, Jake Paul start calling Amanda Serrano the real GOAT. The reason they do her like that over there at MVP because remember when Jake Paul was trying to sign her. And she said, I'll never sign to Jake Paul. I'll beat Jake Paul's ass. Remember that?
Yep.
So now they're gonna slander her. So they even called out the WBO president to finally give Katie Taylor her final belt. Like they made a spectacle of it. And the one that's a 2-time gold medalist, 3-time undisputed, and I believe she's what? 6 division champ? And you not get acknowledged is crazy. But I understand why. I was just stating all that because it was crazy the way they introduced the girls, and I was like, Paul doing that shit on purpose to antagonize her ass. And I guarantee you, because she go lives in the morning, I guarantee you in the morning, Clarissa finna have a fucking fit.
She's already
have a fucking fit.
She's already been live twice today.
Yeah, she gonna have a fucking fit, bro.
But how do you know that?
Hold on, one more thing, DJ. One more thing, DJ. Not only that, the very girl that everybody said that will beat the fuck out of Clarissa is fighting on that card, Shadeja Green, and she making $1.5 million.
Yeah, but Shadeja got her last fight.
Thank you, and she's relatively a nobody. She's relatively a nobody compared to Clarissa Shields and the May Moore.
John Cruz is average as shit to me, bro. She beat the shit out of Shadeja.
She did. But Shadeja was nice. I think them lights got to her.
Bullies the shit out of Shadeja that whole fight.
Yeah, but Shadeja is nice. I watched her before that. I think those lights. She never fought on a card that big, bro. I think she was nervous.
Stick behind the jab and throw your shoulder on her chest. You're scared.
Yeah, Fresh John had a good game plan. She was gun shy. Shadeja was gun shy.
And
You know what I'm saying?
gunshot because he kept on. Remember, because he bullied her.
Yeah, but other fights usually Shadeja is the bully.
Is the aggressor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's trying to get Shadeja in the green with Clarissa.
She is going cook Franchon. Franchon came out there and whooped her ass.
And that was during the time when Paul was trying to sign up to that one fight deal, and he had guaranteed her $3 million. He was like, "You'll make your highest payday. I will double it. Give you $3 million." And still to this day, I think it's like 1.5 is the highest, somewhere around there.
Both sides, girls and guys sides. For getting $1.2 million, you better put on a show tomorrow, girl.
You know, so Shadeja getting that money, everybody getting that money on that card, bro. And I was like, damn, bro. Sometimes you gotta watch it.
I think that's another reason why all these companies is pulling out of boxing, because a lot of these boxers is overpaid like a motherfucker. Now some deserve it.
Well, the companies don't pay them. Well, to be real, the companies,
some of these niggas don't deserve that.
The companies don't pay the boxers. The promoter pays the boxers. They go find their own backing. Oh, and that brings a great point that you said that. The thing that's really destroying the networks is this. Okay, so you know how like Al had ESPN. I mean, no, he had Fox, NBC, and what was the other network he had when he showed this fight? It was one more, and then CBS, and then it boiled down to Fox or whatever the case may be, right? So then people don't understand that like he had a hedge fund. The hedge fund had nothing to do with Fox. He had investors, right, that believed in it and they got their return. Such as if you have a store, I say, Punch, I don't want to run shit, but check this out. I'm going to give you $100,000 to help you build this fucking store, and I want 10% back every month or every 6 months or whatever we come up with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how it basically works. They get their return back off that shit. But in this sense, what has fucked up the networks is Turkey. When Turkey came in, Turkey is essentially that investor. You understand what I'm saying? And in this sense, the investor has creative control. See, it used to be like Eddie would go find Turkey, shop the fight to him. Would you be willing to invest? And we'll if you invest $5 million, we can guarantee you getting 7.5 back, right? And the investor, you sit in the back and just watch the fight and wait on his return. You get what I'm saying? In this instance, Turkey has creative control. My fucking money, I'm investing it, and I'm telling you motherfucker what to do. That's what fucked the networks up. Because now the investor don't need the investor going to find the network. He went and found the zone. He constructed a deal with the zone. Went through Eddie. That's why he keeping Eddie around. Now I got Eddie, I got an investor. Now I need to freelance some fighters. Guess what? I don't have to freelance fighters. I'm going to go freelance motherfucking promotional companies. See how he took it a step further?
Swear.
He ain't got to do that now. So that cut out the network in a sense, because he fronting all the money.
So you know I got to do it, right?
What's that?
You know what today is, right? Well, it was. Today's Friday now, but you know we got to listen to the Clap Back Thursday, right?
Oh, shit. Hey, let's do it. I ain't even listen to it today. What he was
and my
on,
nigga, you know, of course, Oscar never disappoints. So, fair use. Here we go. Clap Back Thursday. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Your favorite time of the week again? Time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clap Back Thursdays. Lots to cover this week, so let's get into it. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are set to fight tomorrow night on Netflix. Jake, you're a fucking spectacular marketer, my man. After only a few years in the sport, you managed to get yourself an enormous payday, and you're fighting Mike fucking Tyson. But you're fighting Tyson at 60 years old. This is serious shit where you can actually hurt an old man. Jake, it adds zero credibility to your resume. I've been saying this for years, that if you want to be taken seriously in boxing, you need to take a different path. Regardless, I will be watching, and I do hope Mike catches you with that left uppercut and knocks you the fuck out. Big news was announced this week that Turki Al-Sheikh is now the new owner of the Ring magazine, the most prestigious brand in boxing today. And I was happy to sell it to him. I bought the Ring magazine more than a decade ago because it meant everything to me as a fighter. And I wanted to preserve the brand's legendary status. Man, I had hundreds of offers over the years to sell, But I didn't feel any of the suitors were right until Turkey came along. He has a tremendous passion for the sport and has a huge plan to expand the entire ring brand. The world has been waiting for one champion per weight division, and now I have all the confidence in the world we will see that very soon.
What?
On another note,
Oh, we're going to have to unpack that.
The entire boxing community to support our fellow brother Israel Vasquez. He has terminal cancer and needs our help. His entire family started a GoFundMe a week ago, and they've managed to raise almost $25,000 of his $75,000 goal. Are you telling me there aren't 50 of us in boxing who could give a few $1,000s each? Really?
Come on now, dog.
I will double the current money raised and contribute $25,000 myself. And I'm calling on everyone in the boxing world to come together and step up and donate the final $25,000 that's needed to get their goal. All the money that fighters and managers are making these days, come on, dig into your pockets and fucking help out. Making videos wishing Israel well are very nice, but actions speak louder than words. And finally, after agreeing to the 5-on-5 I proposed last week,
So, absolutely no fucking problem. Roll them up, line them up, get them ready.
Eddie Hearn now says he doesn't want to fight Boots Ennis with Virgil Ortiz. You're right.
What?
Eddie. Boots looked like an amateur last weekend.
Boots get beat the fuck up.
A deal is a deal. Don't be a pussy now, Eddie. You also said you will fight me for the right number. Fuck the money, Eddie. I will fight you for free. It would be my pleasure.
Got it!
All right. Have a nice weekend. And don't forget to check out Latino Night live from Riyadh for free on The Zone. And remember,
For free, baby. And there you have it.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
that's some-
first, man, salute to Oscar, bro. Hey, man, he put that out there for Israel Vasquez, bro. That's big, bro. That's
that was
big.
cool.
Real
That was
talk.
cool.
I
Now-
didn't even know Oscar had a side of him that was that empathetic. So I've got to clap that for Oscar. Well done.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Oscar for that, man.
Yeah,
Much
but
love.
I knew he been sold
One
that
champion
ring.
per division, Slick.
Yeah, bruh. But see,
Let's
that's
talk
but-
about that. We could
Nah.
dream, right? Oh, we could
Nah.
dream.
But that's what the controller.
That's
interest.
definitely gonna be fighting the best. That happened.
You get the lineal. You get that Ring magazine win. That belt.
What
Ring
an
magazine
ass-kissing statement, though. I've had plenty of offers.
Yeah,
They weren't the right
yeah.
suitors. I've got faith in Turkey Al-Sheikh. Man, I'm pretty sure Turkey's just rang him and said, look, you can either make this easy or I can make it difficult for you. I need to buy a Ring magazine.
Whoa,
that offer was huge.
that's
bro.
power now. Now Turkey got a little bit of real power now.
I think that
Yeah.
offer was he got control into the Ring magazine.
Lineal championship, boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Well,
Got that Ring magazine.
what
belt.
card were we watching when they were interviewing Turkey Al-Sheikh and Oscar at the same time? And Oscar was running his mouth, and then Turkey turns up, and he was just playing little kiddie. Where was that? Was that at
That was
the
a Virgil fight.
Yeah, that was the Virgil fight.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't, I don't know, I reckon that's probably a 50-50 match, Boots and Virgil, to be honest.
Yeah.
So you told us so.
He gonna watch Virgil.
I could have
He ain't
swore I
bullshit.
heard that Virgil Boots wanted that fight. You telling me he don't want that smoke now?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. That is Oscar.
Uh
So
oh.
we ain't sure. But I'm definitely gonna read up on it. It's gonna come out tomorrow if that's really what
Oh
it
yeah, I
is.
gotta do some research too, bro. You pulling out Boots? What happened? Thought you want all the smoke.
Well, there's rumours around that Boots' team has sent an offer to Stanionis.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ooh, I like that fight. I like that fight.
I just ain't had to read
But if
read up on
Stanionis
it
be
yet.
landing
But
on
yeah.
you the way Karen was, bro, Stanionis gonna put you on the ground, brother.
But you can send an offer you want, but that's PBC, bro. So I
But
don't
that's
know.
PBC. You know how they play DJ.
That's why I said I wait and read up on it.
It's got to start with an offer. Too many people go,
Yep.
send me the contract. Well, the contract doesn't mean shit until all the negotiations are finished. So,
but the easy go around, but that's the thing. That's been okay. Let's say that pans out to be true, right? So this will be my problem at it, right? If you really did gonna send a contract to that man, knowing there could be issues when it's about getting a belt, you want to go get a belt, then why not go where you want it? Virgil, right there.
Well, if you think about reverse psychology, though, Slick, and I gave this a little bit of thought because I was talking to RC and I said, look, if you really wanted to actually build your stocks and show that you could make it with the big boys at 54, wouldn't you go out and put a dominant performance? But if your real goal and you're sneaky and crafty about it is that you want to have a crack at a few of these 147 boys.
I don't know, man. The Boot's been dominant since Castillo Clayton, honestly.
Hang on. But would it make it more attractive to PBC to actually consider giving you a fight after a bad, like an orderly or an underwhelming performance and go, well, shit, I think my boy can actually beat you, and you suck him into that contest?
Yeah, but it's still the business side of it. Like Al is business. Louis the Coupe is about business. If I'm going, why would I take a chance giving you a shot at belt? You become unified when I can make I can have a unified champion in my stable. You're not finna come take all the money because you think you more popular. He can have Barrios and old boy go at it. And Stanionis go at it. At any time. That's the only thing. Like, why would I do that? Just from a business standpoint. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's the only thing. And then it's the contradiction talking about, okay, so now you got to walk back the carrying statement now. Right? Because you made it clear that basically you look the way you look because you should be at 154. I'm going to 154. So now you're not.
Understand where I'm coming from, Slick. It's not about having a single focus for a 147. It's about thinking outside the box about why maybe the Virgil fight isn't the best timing for him. Because if you ever thought that you were going to match Boots Ennis, right, prior to the Karen fight, well, post the Karen fight, that performance would get a few of those guys a little bit excited based on what they saw and go, well, he's actually beatable. So let's get him now. Because he's not that good, or he's, in inverted commas, a hype job. Because I think that sensibility is going to prevail and people are going to eat a little bit of crow or humble pie. And I think the best move is to go back and revisit a conversation with the Norman camp, because I think by now, once the dust has settled, everyone thinks that maybe it might not have been such a bad deal in the end.
He got options, though, because let's say Turkey wouldn't have paid him a big check to actually fight Virgil, right? He could still go to 154 and fight Virgil for a belt. And if he don't win, he'll still be champion 147.
Yeah, he could do that.
So he has options. He can go up and then go right back down. Win or lose. You know what I mean? Now, the thing is, they're not going to let him take that 154 back down with him. But if he lose, he'll still be champion 147.
But he doesn't get a belt fighting Virgil. Virgil's only the interim WBA.
Is he?
Yep. After he beat Boachuk, or did he beat him? He's the mandatory or the interim champ. He's technically the mandatory for Bud Crawford at 154.
Got you. Well, let's just say, okay, it's not for a belt, but it'll be interim, and it'll be a giant check that he probably wouldn't give for no Stanionis.
Well, but that and the whole 555 is actually a very attractive proposition.
Fucking ooh, I wish that happened.
Isn't it? And that's bigger than just Virgil or just Boots. Like that's one of those almost once in a decade lifetime cards.
Yeah. That in February too. Oh my God, I will fucking That would be awesome. That would be awesome. We need that shit though, man. I like tournaments, bro. I like finding that shit out, man. That's why I wish the World Series of Boxing was still doing their shit. We need that to know who the best, so people quit talking their shit.
Man, we need that. But that them ruin so many. Them exposed so many hype jobs, bro. They're not doing them no more. Hype
Right.
jobs got exposed at them World Series of Boxing events.
Hell yeah, bro. I love that shit. And to talk about what he said about selling Ring magazine, Turkey announced that shit on his Twitter like a month and a half ago, bro. I think people just catching on like, what? You really sold it? And he putting it out there. But I think Turkey gave his ass a big check. If you remember when Turkey said that he trying to get these fucking sanctioning bodies together on that. Remember they said they stopping the real fights from happening. He trying to figure a way into that. He already got the WBA in his pocket, as y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So he trying to figure that, and you see the WBA went to what, one belt?
Yeah.
WBA is one belt.
It's better like that, bro.
So he trying to figure a way in. Now he controller of the ring belt. Shit.
So speaking of Turkey and Riyadh season, how come I'm not hearing a lot of you boys, or actually, no, I'll rephrase that. Punch brought it up earlier, but why isn't a lot of discussion happening around this Latino card?
Well,
like what are the two best fights?
It's the main event. It's the main event.
What are the two best fights on that card? If I don't know them,
Zepeda and my boy name
Tevin
Farmer, and hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I don't want to get messing people's names up.
Like Roberto Ramirez fighting somebody.
Yeah, but yeah. Billion Smith and Gilberto Ramirez, man, Big Zerto, aka Big Zerto. That's not nothing nobody knows about. They like Zerto went up to cruiserweight, you know what I'm saying, and then so forth. But like that's not. Don't nobody know who Billion Smith is, and don't nobody know who Gerto is, unless you just watch boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know both of them. I just hope the winner gets to fight Jai Opetaia, or Jai gets to fight the winner.
Right.
Assuming Jai Opetaia wins his mandatory this year.
Right.
Because
I'm with you.
The Aussies haven't been good this year defending their belts, but
I like Jai Opetaia. I think y'all got y'all one with him, man.
Yeah, I like Opetaia. Opetaia is a monster.
So have you got a pick out of those two fights, Slick? Like who do you think comes out on top?
That Ramirez versus Barboza Jr., that's gonna be a good fight. Zepeda Farmer is my two fights. The rest of them, that's Sims. I like Sims, but he going against Duarte. And Collazo, I don't know the other guy who he fighting. But there's Zepeda versus Farmer, and Ramirez versus Barboza is gonna be the good fights. So Zerto and Billy Smith may pay a good job, but I look for Zerto. Huh?
Who you got, Farmer or Zepeda?
Zepeda.
Yeah, Punch asked me that. Was it today or yesterday, Punch? I was leaning towards that, but you reckon that?
Yeah.
Because this is just a test. Like, all right, the fight ain't signed with Shakur. They can't sign shit, right? But they hoping in good faith that, you know, Zepeda gonna fight Shakur next. So, which was smart. I believe they are, right? Because why else would you put Farmer in there with him? Farmer is a boxer, a pure boxer first. He's not coming there to knock you out. You see what I'm saying? So this is gonna show us, can Zepeda cut the ring off? You know what I mean? How slick Zepeda could be, because Tevin Farmer has speed, just like Shakur does. You know what I mean? He has good feet, just like Shakur does. So this is just to get him ready for a Shakur. So that's why I'm excited to see, can Zepeda cut that fucking ring off and stop Farmer from using his feet as much and creating the angles and all of that. So, you know, I want to see how slick Zepeda could be as well in that fight. So instead of just banging it out, you know, Ramirez, I've always been a fan of Ramirez, and Barboza been needing another fight. So that's gonna be a banger right there. I'm want to see Zerto and Billion Smith. I just think Zerto gonna beat the fuck out of Billion Smith though.
Yeah, probably.
Zerto been looking damn good since he went up in weight. real comfortable. They had him sucked down before, and he was like, "I'm not doing this more." Where he had to tell De La Hoya, "I'm not doing it no more." So they let him go up.
Zerto's the defending title holder in the end. It's Zerto's belt at the moment.
Don't Billiam Smith got the belt?
Ooh,
Billiam Smith got the belt.
You sure? I thought Billiam Smith got a hiding in his last fight. Let me do some homework.
Yeah, it's for a world title. But I could have swore Billiam Smith is
WBA and WBA cruiserweight titles.
Yeah. Maybe both of them got one, but
hang on. I'm looking at the boxing scene's got the wrong name in there. Zerto. I'm looking at a Gilberto Ramirez.
Yeah, that's his name. That's his name, Gilberto Ramirez. But his nickname is Zerto.
Zerto.
That's what everybody know him by, Zerto. But it's Gilberto Ramirez. Yeah, the fight that Gilberto had lost, he was like, "Fuck this, I'm going up in weight." And De La Hoya was kind of against it, and Gilberto was like, "I'm not fighting if I don't go up." And since he went up to cruiser, he's been looking good. He's like 46-1 now, I believe.
Yeah, Zerto's 46-1.
Yeah.
30 knockouts.
Yeah, that one loss is B-Ball. He cooked the shit out of Zerto.
Yeah, he ain't like that. He contributed to his weight.
Fuck out him. Zerto moved right up after that shit.
Yeah, he contributed to his weight. He said, "Man, I can't do this or draining myself." I don't think that was the case though. I think just the boxing
just
style of it.
Bad style matchup right there.
Style matchup, bro. Because
So
watch that fight.
Chris Billiam-Smith, 20-1, 13 KOs, and he's the current WBO.
Yeah.
So he's defending the WBO, and they're also fighting for the WBA.
Yeah. So
that's
like I would say the first two fights, Sims gonna be all right, and the Collazo that might be all right. That might turn into something because I believe I can't say his name, Naomi Strong. I don't know, but he looked like Filipino or something. The little Filipino fighters come to fight, so that Collazo fight might pan out to be something. I don't know too much about this Collazo. This is a different Collazo. I don't know.
But some of those Filipino fighters are you just ring a bloke over there and he'll just give you someone and send them across there for a boxing match.
Yeah. But there's Zepeda, Ramirez, Barboza, and Ramirez versus Billiam Smith. That's the real card. That's what I'm mostly interested
in. And what you've got Barrios winning his fight against Ramos, or
yeah, I got Barrios winning. That's my pick for the that and the girl fight. That's my main two fights I'm interested in. The girls is my main event.
Facts.
That's the dinner, and Mike Tyson is like, "Do you want ice cream?" I don't know. They the dessert. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll check it out with you.
Well, I'll tell you how the women are actually, because I just had a bit of a moment 20 minutes ago when you were talking about it.
Mm.
If you two have got a good history in your mind about fights, Katie Taylor, Serrano, Clarissa Shields, all those sorts of things, that's how you know that their brand, the women's boxing brand, is starting to get big enough to talk about.
Oh, hell yeah. Man, when I started this channel about a year and a half ago, people was on my channel, they hated women's boxing. No lie. Man, I can't watch no girls fight, man. I don't want to see the girls fight. Bullshit you not, bro. RC used to say that. Not everybody. Man, I can't watch no girls fight, man.
Don't go off RC. He's picking Jake Paul by knockout.
Yeah, he is. He told me. I said, what? Hey, your ass crazy. But no, They don't like girls, but now the girls salutes to Eddie when the zone first hit too. I was like, man, y'all don't understand, man. Everybody else add girls to their cars, and then Bob caught on, and then Bob started adding females to his cards. You know what I'm saying? It's been on the rise for I want to say about the past 3-4, maybe 5-4 years, when the whole female boxing side, they start fighting like boxers, instead of that windmilling. Like girls just didn't. They had the stands, but then when they start fighting, it was like, I don't know. It was like I could hear the sound effects in my head. It was like, like they was soft punch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now they fighting like dudes. You know, like men in there, like pow pow, like they throwing combinations in there. And I gotta get at Clarissa Shields. That's how Clarissa Shields cleaned up. To be fair, Clarissa did jump into a soft era of women boxing, and they weren't fighting like her, and she was beating them up like she was a dude. Clarissa was a dude beating up on women. That motherfucker, bro. That's how she got them belts.
I bet you she's got brothers.
Yeah. Well, she was in she sparred nothing but dudes. Like, she got a documentary you can go find. It's called T-Rex. That's her nickname. If you go look at her documentary, they got all the footage. She and her beating boys up in the ring. Like, all she ever sparred was dudes. She never sparred no girls or any of that. So she only trained with dudes. So she never knew how to fight like a girl, like how the girls did. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my Australian prospect, Jasmine Parr's got to be overdue for a fight soon.
Yeah, I like her. She's spunky. She get the right trainer, bro. She gonna be a beast. She could be a beast. I like her.
The thing that gets me right is there's pedigree. Both the parents are world champion fighters in kickboxing. Her old man didn't do that great at boxing, but he was just tough. And she just has, what's that word where someone's just unrelenting, just absolutely unrelenting. Doesn't matter how hard you hit them, relentless. Yeah. And just almost just loves it rough. The rougher it is, the better. So that's what I'm liking about her. But that's easy to do if she's just getting blow-in contestants that just make her look good. But I still reckon that bird that we watched on that Puerto Rico card, that up and comer in, was it Serrano's stable?
What are you talking about when they was fighting in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, the girls that were down there, Jake Paul, and it was Amanda Serrano's stable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Jake Paul. It was Jake Paul's stable, but she was gonna manage them.
Yeah. That would have been a good one, but yeah. So, do you guys have to pay for any of the cards this weekend over there, or you just get them all for free?
Netflix
no, that's free. Yeah, it's free.
Yeah,
Netflix. Even Riyadh season.
Yep.
Riyadh season probably free too.
Yep.
Wow.
At least it better be.
We're in it this weekend. We don't gotta spend no money. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with that shit.
How's the Riyadh season not? Let me just check. Let me check mine and see if I've got.
Yeah, that's free for us. That should be free for y'all too, bro.
Oh, Punch! I'm about to get passionate. If you tell me you get it for free and I don't, I'm going to tell you in about.
We get it for free.
I'm going to have a proper blow
better
up.
Be free. I gotta look because I ain't hearing nothing about it being $20 or shit like that. I'm looking right now.
Shit, if it's $20, I won't care. That's damn near free.
Yeah, I ain't mad if it's $20, but they need to announce that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just not tell us. But yeah, that motherfucker.
Yeah, as soon as Oscar said it was free, I ran and checked.
November open workout. Yeah, I don't see shit on here talking about.
So I can buy Usyk Fury. That's definitely.
Yeah, that's not gonna be free.
Who's on the undercard of that so far?
I don't think nobody cared. We just want to see that rematch.
Of what?
Usyk Fury.
Yeah, I don't know who on the card yet. which we call Madrimov and
Bolchuk.
Bolchuk on there.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. I don't know how.
Great fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
I'm itching for that fight. Because I want to see whether Madrimov changes his style or he just got that jerky stuff because
that's what we all want to see, I think.
Yeah, because he was just very, very careful with Bud's counterpunching.
Yep. Yeah, it's free. I just found it. Yep.
Yeah, that's just free, bro. Is it free for you, DJ?
Preview show here. Well, it's not asking me to pay for it, and by now,
yeah, you gotta go down. Like if you scroll down, I didn't find it at the top. I had to scroll down to where it says "Don't Miss." It should be the thing after live now, and then down the partition that says "Don't Miss."
Oh, I see it there. Yep, I've got it.
Watch free.
Saturday, November 16. Watch for free.
Yep.
So that's Sunday for me, isn't it?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Well, hang on. They normally, depending on where you've got it.
I know these cars start early though. It'll be about. I know they start early.
It's November 16 wherever they're fighting. So I'm assuming that that's going to mean a Sunday here for me. Because Australia's in front of most. We're like 10 or 12 hours in front of most other major, yourselves, UK, because we're just an island in the middle of fucking nowhere with fucking nothing on it. Just kangaroos and desert and fucking snakes that kill you. Good place to live.
He said, good place to live.
Well, we ain't got no raccoons running through the kitchen.
Yeah, you got every game. It sound like you got lion, tigers, and bears on mine. You got all that shit.
Y'all got like real wildlife y'all gotta watch out for.
For real, man.
Man, I'm telling you, some of your stuff over there just easily outrates. I mean, you've got poisonous snakes as well. Don't kid me. Your cottonmouths and your rattlesnakes.
But our fucking backyards, bro.
Right.
Well, it depends on where. It depends on where you live, man. It's no different over here. You don't get that shit everywhere. But you've got them mountain lions. You got all the wolves, all the different breeds of wolves, all the different breeds of bears,
wolves, bears, mountain lions,
pumas. Man, you used to got like California. You got the same great white sharks that we get over here. Like, come on, stop kidding yourselves. Don't be so precious.
Y'all got some shit we ain't never saw before though.
Mark Quinn in the building. What up, Mark? Himself. How are you, Mark?
Yeah, good afternoon.
What do you do, Mark?
I just got home from driving 4 hours home from where I've been working for the last 3 or 4 days.
Oh wow.
Well, you shouldn't drive so slow.
Would you do like construction or something? Would you do like construction or something?
I do floor coverings like vinyl and carpet.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I was out at a lovely little place called Mount Magnet.
Mount Magnet.
And the lovely part was sarcastic.
Okay, gotcha.
That's where there's a lot of snakes and shit out there.
Just a shit show in the middle of bumfuck Idaho.
Yeah, and hot as fucking hell too. Hot as hell.
Well, Mark, you're just about to get a barrage from Punch and Slick about all the questions, who you got, all those sorts of things with this weekend. You ready for it?
Go on, crack on.
Punch, it's your show. Line him up in whatever order you see fit.
All right, man. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Even though, it's a shit show.
Well, I'll preface that by saying I wholeheartedly hope that Mike wins, but he's going to have to do it early with a knockout if he does. But in reality, I think it's a little bit of a fucking setup show, and I think it'll go the distance, and Jake Paul will get the points because it's his fucking show.
Yeah, it could happen.
I agree with that.
It could happen. Taylor versus Serrano too. The fight we all really watching this to see.
Yeah, I'll have to go with Taylor on that one.
Oh, dude.
What Jews all go?
3-1
I
Taylor.
took Taylor and Slick took Taylor. DJ took Serrano.
No.
He think he's gonna be upset.
He think it's gonna be upset. We think it's gonna get a better, more
Could
focused
be.
take.
Let
It was
me
a pretty
let me
close
give you
fight
some
last time.
let me give you some context as to why I think it'll be an upset real quick. I think that Serrano gassed herself in the first fight against Katie Taylor because she was definitely dominant from rounds 2 to 6, easily winning it, and rocked Katie Taylor. One round there, Katie was lucky to actually find the bell. So if she's fitter, I think that evens the playing field. And the fact, listening to all you guys drag me into boxing politics, that Serrano's only got, this is one of her last 2 fights left. I think they even the playing field 1-1 and they go for a trilogy because they won't get $6 million anywhere else unless it's a trilogy.
That'd be
So
smart. I agree.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, that makes sense. That's a good point too. DJ. You got a point, bro. Go ahead, Slick. My bad.
No, I was saying I can agree with that. That's a good point because that'd be the smartest thing, and it'll be a bigger payday for the third one. Good retirement plan. You know what I mean?
Oh, Clarissa would have to be a bit pissed that this Taylor's getting $6 million for this fight.
I told you.
Oh, she's furious. Oh, she's furious. Yeah. She's talking shit like crazy on X.
Said that. I said it. I know she about
I
to be
was watching
pissed,
something
boy.
else. I was listening to something else earlier this morning while I was still working, and someone else said that Serrano's getting about $5 million. I don't know. That's the first time I've heard that. But
yeah, they both get 6.1. They both get 6.1.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike getting 20, and I think Jake Paul getting 40 or something. It was 40, 20, 6.1, 6.
Yeah, that's the totals I've heard too.
Yeah. Yeah, and Shadeja Green is getting like 1.2 or 1.5. I can't remember the number was at the point.
Yeah, I think this is going to be Shushu's biggest payday too. They're all getting big pay.
Well, the thing about Shushu is he not with MVP, so his money go to Bob first.
Yeah, I think Shushu getting something
you
around
you got to pay Bob for going across.
Who's that Carrington?
Yeah, Bruce Carrington.
Yeah.
You got to pay Bob for going across the street.
Isn't he?
Bob getting his cut off the top because he let you go to another promotion, and he getting his promoter's fee. So that's what sucks about that. Everybody else getting their whole check. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's fighting the Dana, isn't he? The Aussie bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Dana's just been served up like a little
his
hors d'oeuvre.
I don't know about over there, but I think his fight is on YouTube. He said he had put on his Twitter saying they put him on the prelims. I'm like, damn. That's
okay.
Up.
Yeah, those are pretty much the only fights on that card we give a damn about. On to the next day, we got the Latino night for Riyadh season. Main event, Tevin Farmer versus William Zepeda. Who you got?
Zepeda.
That's a pretty easy one. If Zepeda can cut off the ring, it should be an early night. But remember, Tevin Farmer got superb defense.
And speed.
And speed.
Speed.
No punching power.
Arguably, he won that last fight. It just was on top rank, and they didn't want dude to lose. He won that.
So long as he don't let Tevin Farmer frustrate him, he should be okay. If he let Tevin Farmer frustrate him, he gonna get outpointed.
Yep. That's all Farmer gonna come do. Is that he ain't got no pop, so he ain't got to worry about getting knocked out. But Farmer could box though.
And then we got Gilberto Ramirez with that insane record. His record is insane. What you say it is, Slick? 50-1?
No, 46-1.
46-1? That's insane. How many knockouts?
30. Is 30?
That's crazy.
That's a fucking good record, yeah.
His only loss is to Dimitri Bivol. He had kind of outgrew the weight, but it was that's their excuse. But in reality, it was a real bad style matchup. He got cooked the whole fight.
Yeah, I think it was a style match.
Yeah. Oh, this is Zerdo Callum Smith, is it?
Billum Smith.
Billum Smith. Sorry.
Yep.
Oh, in that one, I think I'll go Zerdo in that one.
Confident, actually, Bellum Smith.
Yeah.
You're going to go Bellum Smith?
No, I got Ramirez.
Me too.
Yeah, that's who I'm going with, yeah.
Well, all I said to that one, Mark, is I didn't really care, and I've probably got Ramirez over Billum Smith. I don't rate him, but as long as Opataya gets the winner. That's all I really hope for. I don't really care who it is, whoever wins it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But as long as Jai Opataya gets the winner, so that they get a unification bout.
I wouldn't get my hopes. Yeah, Opataya is very, very avoided up there, bro.
Oh yeah, nobody wants to fight him.
I'm just saying, man. Like, don't get your hopes up, man. Nobody want to fight him up there. Nobody.
Would you
Listen
want to get
here,
in there with
RC. Stop bursting my bubble.
I'm like, he's that boogeyman status at Cruiser, bro. Like,
him?
he
I don't
really
know.
is.
He's a scary fucking wolf, mate. There's no way. He's a nasty
one. You had another one to look out for, didn't you, Slick? On that card?
Perez and Barboza. Yeah, Ramirez and Barboza.
Barboza. Is he the one that was the reserve for the Devin Ryan fight?
I think so.
Arnold
Barboza.
Yep.
Yep, he was.
You know Ramirez from losing to who was that? Taylor.
Okay. I'll go with Ramirez.
I think Barboza need a reality check, and I think it's coming too on Saturday night. I agree.
Yeah, that's who I got as well.
He's very inactive, man. It's hard to get behind guys.
And the only other thing, one of the other things.
Because I got
it was Barrios and Ramos.
Yeah, Barrios and Ramos is on this card. And also on the ad, I don't know, we didn't talk about this, fellas, but the ad on top of the Barrios thing, Mario Barrios, he just definitely called out Jerron Ennis. So that's another potential contender for Boots.
Yeah, Barrios had been mentioning him before.
I'll go Barrios.
And he left it alone.
Boots' name's now getting thrown everywhere.
Like, Boots got called out by Thurman and Barrios so far, and he ain't responded to either one of them.
I actually don't mind the Thurman fight as long as it's at 154, because I don't think Thurman, after the layoff and the age, like, he was struggling to make bloody 154 on the lead up to potentially fighting Tim Tszyu. So I actually don't mind that.
I don't think he was struggling to make the weight. WBO didn't want to let Thurman fight for the title. That's what that was about. That's why it was made to catch it.
He wasn't on the PBC medical plan?
No, this is before that, when the WBO said you're not fighting for Tim's belt. So that's why they went to 155 or 56 or whatever they fucking were going to fight at.
Okay.
It wasn't because Thurman couldn't make weight.
I think Boots should fight Barrios, take his belt, and then fight Keith Thurman for unified. Way more money, way bigger fight.
Unified? Thurman doesn't have a belt.
But I'm talking about Boots will have 2 belts after he beat Barrios.
Well, Mark, what's your gut feel? Because half of the reports say that the Virgil 5x5 against Boots is going to happen, and then we're hearing it's not going to happen. And there's a few people that are calling out Boots now. Where do you think he's actually going to? You reckon he'll stay at 147, or you reckon he'll go to 54?
I think I'd be staying at 147 for a little bit longer if I was him.
Well, that's my gut feel too. But
I don't know. Yeah, obviously, I don't know. But I don't think he's not ready for. Because I mean, if he goes to 154, he's going to want to fight someone of note, and I don't think he's ready for anybody in the top 10 at 154. So,
Yeah.
I'd stay at 47 and I don't know, and try and fight what's his name? The young fella that just got the belt not long ago, and his old man going and doing a Twitter tour at the moment, or a YouTube tour at the moment again.
Brian Norman.
Brian Norman, Brian Norman, yeah. Or actually, I saw something this morning. I heard something about Stanionis.
Yeah. They probably sent him an offer.
Apparently, Boots' team has sent Stanionis an offer.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was Boots, that's what I'd stay there and fight Stanionis, then fight Norman. Who's got the other belt? Some bloke Pacheco or something, isn't it?
Barrios.
Oh, Barrios. Yeah.
But now this is the second offer, so I hope this offer is more than what they offered Barrios the first time.
Yeah.
They tried to
Well, that was
shortchange him.
all three of them. That was their excuse, that they weren't entertaining the money that they were saying that they were
All
wanting
three of
to
them
pay.
said they might offer us peanuts to fight this guy.
I'm not sure that Stanionis doesn't beat Boots after Boots' last performance, to be honest.
Yeah, but this is
I
why
think
everybody's
everybody
calling
except
Boots out.
Barrios beat Boots.
But this is why everybody's calling him out now, is because he looked a little bit vulnerable in that last fight. So
I'll be real with you.
In the last two fights.
I'll be real with you. I think Barrios got the best chance. I think Stanionis is the one that's tailor made for him. Stanionis come forward and go backwards.
Yeah,
that's true.
Norman
Right,
seems
so
like he comes forward too.
I don't think Boots can fight that good on the back foot, man. In my opinion,
but Barrios got the height and the reach. He got reach. You know what I'm saying?
And the power.
Yeah.
And power, and he got pop. Right.
That's true. I got one more question for everybody on the
got a
panel
good pop about him.
before I get up out of here. Remember a couple of days ago? I don't know if it was the day before yesterday. I put up a post in the group chat talking about the four kings of boxing that people think they are. I thought that was a highly debatable subject. Now, the four kings they had was Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez, Muhammad Ali, and Manny Pacquiao. Now, there's a reason why people say they're the four kings. I don't know if DJ or Mark know this, but me and Slick know why. They all accomplished something in boxing that hasn't been achieved since.
Who was on the list? Was it Tyson? Was it? And then
I'm about to ask you and DJ this question, Mark. All right, so the list is Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Manny Pacquiao, and Julio Cesar Chavez.
What did they
all
achieve? What did they achieve?
Now, and they all achieved something great to be called the four kings. It's a debatable subject, but they all did achieve something in boxing that ain't been done since. You know what I mean? Now, my question to you guys:
what is it? What is it? That's what I'm asking.
What did they achieve? Mike Tyson is the youngest heavyweight champion.
Right.
Julio Cesar Chavez got more wins than any Mexican in history.
Right.
Muhammad Ali is a three-time champion, three-time heavyweight champion. Still hasn't been done yet.
Right.
And Manny Pacquiao is an 8-division world champion. Ain't never gonna get done. So
So
those are all amazing accomplishments in boxing that could call you a king.
Yeah. You're all right. Yeah.
Now, is there anybody else worthy of cracking that list?
Fucking Mayweather got to be pissed. He's not on there, doesn't he?
AJ
now
missed
Mayweather
shot.
could be put on that list because he did something too that never been done yet. He beat more world champions than anybody in history.
Yeah.
That's also extremely impressive in boxing, and he retired undefeated.
But when you say world champ, were they world champions when he fought them, or they were they were part?
Right, exactly. That's the stipulation on it.
That's where the stipulation up for debate.
Because that's
and you know how I feel like Floyd Mayweather was like doing a little tricky thing, like he would vacate the belt and then fight the dude who they gave the belt to.
Yeah, that's what he would do. That's how he died. He died.
Exactly
so that's an easy way of like getting the record. Like,
but he's also including people on his list that of beating champions that were champions 2 years previous and weren't champions when he fought them.
Exactly. That's the only argument I have when he says that.
Because if he can count that, then if Jake Paul beats fucking Tyson tomorrow, he can count that.
Right. Exactly.
So, let me ask a couple of questions as I come to my response, and this is for all of you, any of you, all right? Out of Chavez's career, what depths, on average, because I'm sure some of it was better than the other, but on average, how deep was the class of the challenge that he fought?
Before he fought Meldrick Taylor, when he fought Meldrick Taylor, he was 81-0.
Yeah, but how good was his opponents through that record?
Who y'all talking about?
Chavez.
Oh, Chavez was a beast.
Chavez was a monster.
He was a monster, bro. He was a monster.
He fought everybody worth fighting and then some, bro.
Yeah, he didn't dodge no smoke, bro. De La Hoya
but nobody ever.
De La Hoya got his.
When
But
De
he was
La Hoya
old too, though. He was old though.
Hoya whooped his ass like that. That was like one of the biggest. Mexicans was crying, bro.
Yeah, yeah. And De La Hoya was the pretty boy, and he was like the bully,
That's
bro.
when all Mexicans start respecting De La Hoya when he cooked Chavez like that.
Yeah,
like Chavez was like
the
legend. He's the Mexican. I can't.
He was
he's
Canelo. He was
Mike
what
Tyson,
Canelo is to them
Muhammad
now.
Ali. All our great fighters rolled up into one. That's Chavez for Mexico.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're listening in the context that I'm trying to understand is what I've been seeing and experiencing, that some divisions over 5-6 years just aren't strong, right?
Yeah.
And if you have a look at, say, a Canelo, for example, his resume is still fucking outstanding, but more recently it's just been shit, and that might be some. So
fight like Chavez, his resume, nothing. That's how high he set the mountain, the bar. The bar is so high when it comes to Julio Cesar Chavez in Mexico. I don't think no Mexican fighters are ever going to reach those heights, bro.
So I agree with you. The only challenge that I would have to that is if he just fought 80 tomato cans, right?
Right.
Pretty much.
So when I'm trying to actually just measure it out in my own mind and my own memory, I'm going, well, okay. Tyson, youngest ever heavyweight, right? How good was his career over a period of time until he started to actually run into Holyfield and a few of those, right?
You gotta understand though. See, I gotta see. There's an argument for that. Those guys avoided the fuck out of Mike Tyson.
Yeah, the guys he fought late in his career.
And you probably,
they wanted no
and you
smoke
probably
when he was
look.
knocking
It's
everybody
happening
out.
today. Whether you want to actually, whether you, right? There's boxers in the top 15 of every sanctioning body that are avoiding the top dogs.
You're right.
Yeah, but it was a little bit different. It was a little bit different with Mike because Mike was murdering people, bro. Like,
if Mike Tyson could go to jail,
the only one I gave props and still got respect for today. That's why I'm not mad that he beat Mike was Lennox Lewis, because Lennox Lewis is the only one that told the truth. He said, "I am not ready for Mike." He told the truth.
He said, "I had time to train for 2 years. I had time to do everything Mike Tyson couldn't do. That's the only reason."
And then on top of that, when Mike got out of jail, he still didn't want to fight Mike, but Mike forced that fight.
Yeah,
he was talking about that man kids. He was talking bad about him. He was calling Mike forced that motherfucking fight because that was the biggest fight for Mike. But that's
when Tyson said he was going to eat his kids, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was talking bad about Lennox Lewis, bro.
With a spoon,
that's what Mike Tyson
with a spoon.
Intimidated the whole world, bro. He scared everybody when he went.
That shit was crazy, man.
I'm old enough to actually remember that. But
we was like, jail fuck Mike up, bro.
Yeah,
but before jail, nobody wanted to touch Mike Tyson. Holyfield got a doctor to say that he was Holyfield got a doctor to say that he had a heart condition. To save face.
To save face from having to fight Mike Tyson.
He's not even 6 foot, Tyson.
No,
he's 5'10".
Everybody Mike fought was bigger than him, bro.
Everybody was bigger than him.
That's what made him a monster, bro. Like everybody was taller than him, bro. Like
I mean, even Manny Pacquiao. I think all these guys on this list deserve to be on it.
Yeah.
They deserve to be called kings of the sport. They were.
Yeah, they were.
All transcended their sport, bro.
Is there any current fighters that can force their way into that list? Whether it's
my opinion.
Whether it's Bud Crawford, if he unifies at 54, or Canelo.
You gotta be the first, and you gotta do something that's never been done before. They all did that. So there's only one person that could crack into that list that have done something that's never been done before and was the first to do it. Who is it? Y'all know who it is.
That's Bud.
Bud.
Yeah, Bud.
Nobody else could be on the list. 2-time undisputed. First time to ever do it. He cracks the list. And he still ain't done yet. But that's you got to do something unprecedented, and that's how you get to that list. That's how you get to that level. They all did something.
AJ could have cracked the list, but he lost.
If AJ would have won, he could have cracked the list.
3-time undisputed. He'd have been 3-time
heavyweight champion. That's never been. That's only been done once.
History.
So you make history when you do stuff like that.
It ain't counted though. It ain't counted. But if you wanted to, you could put Better Beef on that list. First person to acquire all 5 belts at light heavyweight.
Yeah, see, like he's the first person to do something unprecedented like that. So he can again.
What's Usyk's combined record at cruiserweight and
Oh
heavyweight?
no, Usyk. Yeah, Usyk jumping up from being the Ali.
On that list too.
Yeah, Usyk, because he was the Ali Trophy winner,
jumping up to
undisputed
heavyweight and
there,
fighting all
jumping
the
up to
best.
heavyweight,
What the
became
first
undisputed
ever
and
undisputed
took on.
heavyweight champion? So he's the first ever undisputed heavyweight champion.
Yeah, and
Like
beat the
in the
men
4 belt
and beat
era.
them
So
guys, bro.
look, wow. Yeah, he can crack the list.
Didn't
He
what's
beat the
his
top
name?
heavyweights.
Wasn't
So
he
yeah, he definitely
undisputed?
can.
What's his name was cruiserweight, undisputed, then heavyweight, wasn't he?
Holyfield.
Yeah, Holyfield. Yeah.
Holyfield, but he didn't become undisputed at heavyweight, and he didn't
Oh,
get the Ali Trophy neither.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, cruiserweight get the Ali Trophy. He didn't get that, but he did come from cruiserweight. And he's one of my prime examples when Usyk came out. I was like, y'all obviously don't know boxing because you don't know who the fuck Holyfield is. If y'all saying Usyk too small, because that was the same thing they used to say about Holyfield.
So the real question, Punch, for me is today, like absolutely today, who's the 4 kings? Because it's a different question if it's going to be the 4 kings of all time.
Of today boxing right
now.
Oh, you would have to say Floyd Mayweather. He's one. You got to put Canelo up there. Crawford. 4 kings of this. So we started from 2000 to now.
Right. Yeah, they had to do something. What the hell Canelo do?
Are we talking about from the 90s to now? Because I think Roy Jones belongs up there just for the fact that Roy Jones is the only person to go a whole round and not get punched. That's unprecedented.
Yeah.
So I think
he was shadowed by De La Hoya.
He's the only person in the history of boxing that went a whole 3 minutes and not get punched. You know how hard that is to do? It's never happened since. He's the only person that's ever done that.
Yeah.
He should make the list just for that.
He was a freak of nature too. So.
He was something different. So like I forgot to mention that. So I think Roy Jones belongs in the Kings list too, for sure.
So does the Kings list get longer or does it just get replaced? Is it always the 4 kings and people just get subbed in and out? Or
I think the Kings list should be based on doing something in the sport that's never been done before.
See, that's how I feel about the Hall of Fame, right? The Hall of Fame should be the elite of the elite, not just recognition.
Well, there's a lot of things that get you in the Hall of Fame, like wins, KO percentage. You know what I mean? How many punches you landed over your career? Like, there's a lot of different aspects of boxing Hall of Fame that's different from other sports.
It's that too, and not only that, man. It's boxing so finicky, bro.
It's finicky.
Like Usyk, he not getting all the props he deserves. This dude, cruiserweight, undisputed, Ali Trophy, and beat the men that it ain't like that. He beat bullshit at cruiserweight. He beat the men at cruiserweight that had them belts for a while. Whooped their ass, went up to motherfucking heavyweight, crushed them at heavyweight, beat the 2 top motherfuckers. Finna beat another beat one twice and finna beat another one again in December. Come on, man. Like, they don't give him this props, but that's the thing though, because you can sit there.
On top of all that, you got
look at Bud undisputed, right? Undisputed 140. They want to discredit his shit at 140, which is bullshit. And then you want to discredit him because he got 3 belts from one person, but that person beat the men that made him the man, but they don't want to give him credit for that either. So it's like a finicky sport, bro. They'll look at that shit like, nah, I don't know. He was this, but it's always a but. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, just let it be what it is.
I get annoyed with
for example, the fastest unified champ in pro boxing, like after 10 or 11 pro fights, he was a unified champ. So you can come up with all sorts of statistics, but let's not get away from this conversation. While it's in my mind, Punch, I've got a question for you about your end of year. Fight of the year, is that male fight of the year and women's fight of the year, or it's just fight of the year, either or?
Oh no, we could. I was definitely going to do both of them. I already got I already got both of those picked in my mind though.
Okay, sorry. Back to subject. So I agree with you, Slick. I mean, you can look at it all sorts of different ways. I just don't like how a glorified list gets longer based on statistics. You're either in simple terms, you're either the 5 best in history instead of the 10 best in history, and then the 15 best in history because people are adding new variations and statistics to it.
Right. Because see, you got to look at it like this too. Mike Tyson, for instance, right? Roy Jones in the 90s, that era, all the Julio Cesar Chavez and things like that. Even Mayweather started in the 90s and it was going on. What I'm finna say was going on. There was no such thing as a TKO being counted as a knockout.
Yeah.
It wasn't. You didn't put a TKO as a knockout. That's why they announced it. Technical knockout in round 5, blah, blah, blah. But then his next fight, it's just KOs. No, that's not a knockout. When you got knocked out, you didn't make that fucking 10 count. You get what I'm saying? You was fucking out. That's a knockout. And when Mike Tyson, you go look old Mike Tyson tapes, old stuff, it say KOs, and then it say TKOs. That meant something. You know, that's how you knew who was a knockout artist and who wasn't. And they know now they manufacture those KOs by combining them both because they know that draw the fans. Just like how we saw, you said Gilbert Ramirez 46-1 with 30 KOs, but he didn't sleep all 30 of them. It was a lot of stoppages. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to count that too. Roy was getting people out of there, bro. Roy was. You'll never see another Roy again.
Yeah.
Roy is a very underappreciated fighter, bro.
Did Roy become
underappreciated fighter?
Did he become undisputed at any weight?
No.
No, the 2 times he had, they kept trying to make him come overseas, and he's the most popular fighter in the world.
Yeah,
like,
and it was people that didn't they were afraid of him, bro. But he was overshadowed by De La Hoya. See, De La Hoya was the most popular fighter. You see what I'm saying? He was very, very popular, and the ladies loved him. He was scandals and all sorts of shit.
Trinidad.
Yeah, and Trinidad. So like, what Trinidad got with him though, Trinidad wasn't scared of nobody. But like, motherfucking goddamn me, De La Hoya just overshadowed his. Like, we knew who the fuck Rory was, but the world knew who the fuck De La Hoya was. You get what I'm saying? And he's nowhere near as good as fucking Roy. No bullshit.
Back then, I never followed boxing like I do now, but I mean, besides Mike Tyson, but I never really heard of Roy Jones.
Yeah, Roy.
Man, I only really started to hear of him not long before he fucking.
That's your homework, Mark. Type Roy Jones on YouTube. You like, what the fuck?
Bad man. That
was a bad man.
I've watched plenty of him in the last few years since I've got back right into, even heavier into boxing than I ever used to be. But I'd heard of De La Hoya back in the day, but I really didn't know who Roy Jones was.
He was.
Well, I actually did, Mark. Funny enough, I used to work with a guy that used to train boxers, and he used to bring all the posters to work, right, for all the big fights. I don't know how he got them or where he got them, but he just used to bring all and always updating me on who was what. So I'd see all the big matchups on the posters that he'd bring to work. So that's how I knew about Roy Jones well before he actually came to Australia, and something weird happened there with him and Denny Green. Like, how does Denny Green knock fucking Roy Jones out? Come on.
Yeah, Roy at the end of his career, he didn't want to retire, man. Sometimes when he got knocked out, that was it. Like I said this, I think not too long ago on the last fight card we did together, Punch. When I said fighters get knocked down late in their career, they don't get up the same. Roy got knocked down by the Magic Man Tarver. It was a wrap. He was not the same person anymore after that. He was not. It was like something. It did something to him. He was gun shy. It was not that his confidence was just gone, bro. But then
that's the fight. That's the fight where I started to hear about Roy Jones, was that Tarver fight.
Exactly.
I'd heard of Tarver because he'd been in that Rocky movie.
Yeah, heavyweight, and that's when it went. But he wanted to do something that he did accomplish it though. He wanted to be this. Oh yeah, hell yeah! You gotta put Roy in there because he's the only other boxer that did what Sugar Ray Robinson did. Skipped from middleweight, went to heavyweight, and became champ. With no light heavyweight, wasn't it? And then became champ.
Light heavyweight to heavyweight and won, nigga.
Yeah, what was that guy name? He started with an R. He had the belt. He wanted to beat him
It
up.
was John Ruiz, bro.
Ruiz, yeah, and he took the belt. Yeah, so he did that because Sugar Ray Robinson did that and went up and took the belt, and he did it because they told him that he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send y'all a little thing in the group chat about Roy Jones, man. We did a super tight documentary about him.
Bad motherfucker, bro.
That's a fucking big weight jump, like from light heavyweight to cruiserweight is 25 pounds.
Yeah,
the light heavyweight to heavyweight. Imagine that.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, but then you got to go to heavyweight on top of that. Well, heavyweight it doesn't matter the weight.
6 weeks later, after he won the heavyweight title, he dropped back down on light heavyweight and defended that belt.
Yep, and that's what tore him up.
That's what destroyed his career.
That's what tore him up. That was the final thing that tore his ass up.
Could you go up and challenge a heavyweight and only weigh, say, 165 pounds?
No,
or do you have?
You have
You
to.
have
You
to
have to make weights like 218. It's like
You gotta-
218 or
what was
something
that?
right there.
Or 218?
Like
Yeah,
you
it's
gotta
like
make the minimum for heavyweight.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got something that's in between cruiserweight and heavyweight called bridgerweight.
Yeah, bridgerweight. Yeah, but I sort of that sort of struck me this morning. They were, I think it was on the boxing talk, and they brought it to my mind, and I thought, far out, that's a big jump from light heavyweight to cruiserweight. Is 25 pounds.
Hell yeah.
Cruiserweight is 200 pounds now.
Yeah, and that's why back in the day too, if you was in light heavyweight and up, you couldn't be on a pound for pound list.
Yeah,
you couldn't be on there because they're their own entity. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get up there, bro, like it's a big, like say pounds, it's a big difference in weight, and it's not fair because it's not easy for a heavyweight to go up and down in weight classes and fight versus a middleweight or a welterweight. You know what I mean? It's just unheard of.
Why it sort of stuck in my mind was because I was thinking leading up till this morning, I was thinking, geez, I'd like to see that Better Beard go up and challenge Jai Opataya. But it's a 25 pound fucking jump.
It is.
So that's a big jump.
So
it is.
So where do people like just off the top, like as part of this Four Kings or this general conversation, where do the Joe Lewis, the Sugar Ray Leonards, where do they fit into the conversation?
See,
or
it's hard to say.
They just don't.
Well, no, they did.
Rocky Marciano.
Boxing, but Joe Lewis got an upset and then got cooked by everybody he faced after that. Sugar Ray Leonard was just extremely popular, but I don't think he beat Marvin Hagler.
Like, okay. Oh, you talking about that Sugar Ray Leonard?
Yeah.
I think he had some good fights in the belt. He was a good showman.
Roberto Duran should never beat him, and I think Marvin Hagler beat him.
Yeah,
in my opinion, you know what I mean. Except for debate, but it's hard to throw those into the list because they like Sugar Ray was like he's the man. He definitely was the man, but I throw him into the same boat as Mayweather. You were real popular, but you didn't transcend the sport. Not like Mike Tyson did, not like Muhammad Ali did. You know what I mean? Like, not like Roy Jones did. Like, it just I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I was born. I'm like when he was a little after my era. See, I'm from the late '80s and into the '90s and 2000s.
Those guys got their own right as being.
I didn't never see the big.
That era was totally different, bro. I think Kings you got to do it by eras because back then, bro, like they fought everybody.
They fought everybody.
Everybody fought everybody. It wasn't a question about a mandatory or a big name
fights, bro.
Yeah, and they was 15-round fights, and they fought everybody, bro. Like everybody.
If you go back far enough, too. If you go back, you got to remember too that I don't know up until what? How long ago did drug testing come in? I mean, anything could have been going on.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Exactly, man.
It's too hard to judge off of that shit.
So I think
even Ali's time, there was no drug testing. When did drug testing come into boxing? I mean, they don't even do it all the time now.
That was in I think late '80s and '90s.
Like late '80s, '90s when it started getting into all sports.
Yeah, Probably about when what was that Canadian sprinter when he failed the Olympics after he'd been thrashing everybody? What was his fucking name?
That's when it got serious.
Ben Johnson.
Outran a horse.
Ben Johnson, yeah.
The dude outruns a horse.
But you listen to RC, and I've heard him say it fucking 3 or 4 times now that the PBC don't do drug testing. So
but scary as hell.
Yeah, when it's in house, they don't be doing no drug testing.
They don't.
Well, probably because they've already told who's winning and losing. But why does names like Sonny Liston and Marvin Hagler come to mind? Like they're not in the conversation for part of the all-timers?
Who is that?
Sonny Liston, Marvin Hagler.
Yeah, it's just hell yeah, Marvin Hagler definitely in there. And
conversation, but
Sonny Liston in there, but Sonny Liston get overshadowed because that was Muhammad Ali. Segue into stardom.
Ali him. He shattered the whole mystique of Sonny Liston.
And he cheated. And he cheated.
Get shattered like that, bro. It's hard.
And he cheated. Ali.
Bro, he rubbed that shit in his eyes. They showed you that in the movie. He really did.
That was real.
How many people he was doing that to, DJ? You automatically get disqualified when you do shit like that.
Yeah, that's okay, but you've got me on a train of thought, Punch, where you've asked about the 4 Kings, and I'm just sitting here just going through my
there's a whole bunch of boxers you can go through. Like Hagler, the only way he got I judge it by when you do something unprecedented. So Hagler, if I'm going to think what's the unprecedented thing Marvin Hagler do that can get him onto that list? He's the first real credible switch hitter.
Yeah, and what a switch hitter should really look like. Because he was switching
just as hard with each hand. He's the first person that made that popular. So maybe he gets on for that.
And the way these guys switch today is nothing like how he switched.
If you want to say Floyd Mayweather, then you gonna say Floyd Mayweather that gets in because he made the pull counter popular. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff you didn't see in boxing, he made extremely popular.
Well, the pull counter came. The person that invented the pull counter, if we're gonna give credit to the pull counter, was Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, it's Muhammad Ali for sure. Because that's what he dropped Liston with in the second fight.
Yeah, he created that.
Who used it all the time? Mayweather. Who made?
Mayweather. Yeah, Mayweather.
Mayweather. So like, if you want to bring it, like you want to say the person, if you do something like that, like how the Philly shell and the pull counter, that all got really contributed to Mayweather. Like, so if you you can kind of use those as excuses to put them up there on the list, and the 28 world champions, which is fucking impressive. It is, but at the same time, there's little shit about it that make you doubt it. Also, you got
it got to be solid shit. Like for instance, Roy Jones, I believe at light heavyweight he was undisputed, bro, and he kept the belt for undisputed for 3 years, bro.
He kept it forever, so nobody could beat him.
At light heavyweight, and he had the most defenses.
The for 10
the
straight
most
years.
defenses, bro.
The belt for 10 straight years. So those are reasons to get onto the list, but the all-time greats list, nah. Nah.
Roy's a great. Roy
belongs on that list. He belongs on the Kings list.
Roy's a great. Holding a belt for 10 years. Bad for not even held a belt.
List, but you got to be like that damn good. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be that
undisputed. To be undisputed from I think it was 1999 to 2002.
Like Usyk is going to be on that list.
In heavyweight and light heavyweight history is crazy.
Like, and he's that damn good. So like, pretty soon when Usyk retire and everything's said and done, he's going to be on that list too, man, because he's doing unprecedented shit.
Hey, I've got a question for you, Slick. It was about your video you did. I don't know, you didn't do one this. Well, it wasn't there this because you've been doing one at night time when I've been in bed.
Yeah.
Wasn't this morning. It must have been yesterday morning. And you said about that.
That's to keep you and me out of it, Mark. He does that strategically.
That's what I thought too. That Chuka, whatever his name was, Karen. His trainer putting that bottle to his mouth. Has anything else come out about that? Because you're the only one I've heard saying about that.
Slick's the only person that caught that.
Yeah, I caught it, and I caught word from somebody too that I discussed it with, and they was like, "Yeah, they on him." That's how I knew that Eddie was he drug tested him again.
Yeah,
and that's how I got the particulars because this is how the particulars go. All right, remember when the purse bid came up? Eddie didn't buy it. Remember? And it was like, "Oh, Eddie not backing his fighter." La la la. Eddie was slick. He Karen people bought the fight. But he knew they didn't have a venue. He knew they didn't have enough money to do it. So what he did, turned around and bought it back off of them for even cheaper.
Yeah.
Right? And then forced them to sign a one-fight deal. So the reason he could force him to do another drug test, because technically he's his employee. right? And also he said if he did good, he told Karen if
going to
he
give him
did
a
good
contract.
against Boots, he'll give him a contract, a 3-fight deal. If you watch the post conference when Blood and Flood crashed it, he said, "I got to fight for you, fight Karen." That's why he could. That's why he was able to tell him that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, he re-drug tested him because, like I said, I never saw that in history. I got on the phone to me like, "What is this shit?" I ain't never saw that. 2 things has happened that stunned me watching boxing as I got older. I forgot who the fuck Deontay Wilder was fighting, but when they was showing him in the dressing room, he switched gloves. They brought a whole new pair of gloves in there that was not sealed or anything and put it on. I'm like, how the fuck you get to do that? Because the day before the fight, you pick your gloves. And when you pick 2 pair of gloves, they put one in the envelope and they sign off on it. They brought this dude some new shit out of it. It wasn't sealed or nothing. I was like, I ain't never saw no shit like that. And the reason was a big deal because anything could have been in them gloves. Them gloves could have been loaded.
Yeah.
And they weren't signed off on. It was like, what the fuck? And then when I saw this bottle shit and the way he did it, he put it to his lips and didn't even drink the shit. I don't know what. That's why I was like, what the fuck? And then immediately gave it to him. You see what I'm saying?
Put a spat of tablet in it or something.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. Like you can get a tablet of Ritalin, whatever. All that shit give your ass adrenaline. You get what I'm saying? And like
but that's all. But they want to do it quick because that sort of shit's out of your system pretty quickly.
Right. And then I was like,
But that was my. That's what I was going to say. It could be a storm in a teacup. Could be nothing. The bloke might have been just thirsty and thought, "I'll have a little swig."
Yeah.
But
But,
like you said,
as a trainer, you know not to do that though, because it raised awareness.
That's right. But I seen awareness. I think it was a Jamel Charlo fight, and they're supposed to have clear bottles.
Yeah.
So you can see that it's just water.
Yeah, and that's why they take the labels off. Right.
I forget there was one fight, and what's his name? The trainer. What's his fucking trainer's name? Or was
Ronnie Shields or Derek?
Derek James.
Derek James.
Handed him a green, was it like a solid green bottle?
Yeah.
There's quite a few fights back.
They know better, bro.
And people were saying things about it, but I don't remember nothing.
You can't have a sponsored bottle. You can't have none of that shit in the ring.
I think it was that fight where he lost to. Well, he's only ever lost one fight to the fella that Tim knocked out. What's his fucking name?
Castano.
Castano?
No. Tim never fought him. No, it was Paul Harrison. Yeah. I think it was that fight, the first one.
Yeah. But no, that wasn't supposed to happen either though. But yeah, I caught that shit. I said, what
clear
the
bottle with clear liquid.
I said, what the fuck? I'm looking at that fight again. I said, when in the fucking history you could do this shit? You can't do that.
So he never actually. He didn't look like he took a mouthful of water out of it.
No, you can go back. The exact moment is in between at the end of round 5. And that was like I said, I probably wouldn't have said nothing if Karen didn't just get knocked down.
Yeah.
See, it's been motherfuckers been slick enough to have a water bottle and they'll switch it and they'll have one with Sprite in it.
Yeah.
Sprite will shake, soda will shake your ass, wake you up. You get what I'm saying? And they'll get at anybody to ease your nerves or whatever. And there's people who got caught with Sprite in a bottle. You get what I'm saying? So
what the fuck is Sprite?
Sprite, like say if you.
I need to start drinking more of that shit.
If you get rattled or like say a person that not hypertension, but what you call that, people that have panic attacks. People have panic. Yeah, but it like calms you down. Like for some reason they say it calm you down, like a soda will calm you down.
I never heard that
before.
Get
settle your nerves. Yeah, and then they got caught with that shit. Like what fight was that with Ernie? Was that Ernie? It was one of them fights where dude said, "Give me not that bottle, the other bottle." Got caught
give me the one that mixed, bro. What the hell
give
fight
me the one
was
that's
that?
mixed. Yeah,
Aaron Pryor,
you can't do that.
Aaron Pryor was the name of the boxer.
Yeah,
I don't know who his trainer was.
I don't know how much
of you talking about, Slick.
Yeah,
I don't know how much of a lift. I don't know how much of a lift Sprite will give you, but I do know how much of a lift fucking a dexamphetamine tablets or a Ritalin.
Hell yeah, the fucking amphetamines ain't no joke. I said Sprite.
A bit of pep in your step.
Yep. I said Sprite. I mean, I said Sprite just because it's clear. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when you, that's why. But generally it's just soda. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got a person that's having
Any sort
a
of
slight
sugary
panic
drink.
attack, or they just got scared real bad and they heart racing, you give them soda and it calm. They say it'll waken you up and settle your nerves. So, but like I said, I wouldn't have said nothing if Karen didn't just get knocked down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If Karen didn't get knocked down and he went to that corner with no problems and dude did that, I'm like, man, he ain't supposed to do that, but fuck it. But why you do it right when he get knocked down? You ain't did this no other round.
I'd like to see someone question the trainer then and say, well, exactly what the fuck was going on there?
Yeah, what was that about?
Why did you put your lips to that bottle?
And I feel like they should say something because
they should.
I remember when Tyson
that
Fury
should be an investigation into that. That should be an investigation. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah, that's why Eddie was like, fuck that. Eddie saw that shit and was like, y'all getting drug tests. No. Hell no. Nobody ever see no shit like that. But like, I remember motherfucker didn't even drink no water. Motherfucker got ridiculed because he didn't want to drink the water. And it was motherfucking Tyson Fury. It was Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury 2. And it was the press conference, right? And he was up there cooking Deontay. He was talking bad about Deontay. And Deontay was going to start talking. He was like, don't you ever forget who gave you a chance. I gave you a chance. Blah, blah, blah. And while he talking, I guess, what's the trainer now? What was his old trainer before Sugar? He's Anthony Joshua's trainer now. He was the trainer.
Ben something.
Yeah.
Davison?
Ben Davison. Yep. Ben Davison was trying to give Tyson Fury a bottle of water while Deontay Wilder is talking. And Tyson Fury, you hear him loud as day. He said, where you get that water from? He said, right here. He said, no, I want that water. They talked bad about Tyson Fury because he didn't want that water. They was like, he probably got his own special water. And I'm like, y'all so stupid that y'all don't know the game. I don't want nothing out of this hotel. Yeah. I don't know who knows who. Yeah, y'all could be trying to poison me. Any of that shit.
If you're trying to lace me with drugs too, so I fail a test.
Yeah, fuck that. You bring your own shit.
Remember when Tank and Rad Garcia had the press conference?
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Crazy. That's like that was the reasons why they'll rub some shit on their hands and touch you.
He went off he went off at Bernard Hopkins. Don't fucking touch me. Don't
fucking touch
me. Yeah, remember he went crazy when he tried to touch him. That's why.
Like goddamn it. What the fuck was that
man? That's a dirty sport, man. Like even like people don't understand. Like sports, people will do anything to get an edge on a competition. People know. I don't know if y'all know Australia. Michael Jordan, right? One of his most famous games is called the flu game, right? It wasn't no fucking flu. He didn't have no fucking flu. He had flu-like symptoms. But what had happened was he had a pizza delivered. Somebody brung him a pizza. And he ate that shit and tore his stomach up. Tore him up. And still to this day, he swear to God that somebody set him up.
Yeah, right.
What did he put that night? 44?
Yep. He killed their ass with that shit.
Yeah, he
bro.
killed their ass with the flu.
But they call it, he had food. They called it food poisoning, but he was like, I told them I was hungry and I wanted a pizza. He didn't call it in for himself, and a random person delivered it, and he just ate the shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And after that, he said he never did that no more. Like, I don't want nothing y'all gonna give me. I can get my own shit, or I trust my own person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You gotta watch that shit.
We go back to that Tank thing where he tore off at Bernard Hopkins. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Wasn't it not long before that Alicia Baumgartner failed a drug test and she put it down to that she was putting some sort of steroid cream on her dog or some fucking thing?
She said it could have been that, but I'm gonna tell you what the fuck that was. That was Eddie. See, this is a conspiracy thing with me. It seemed like if you over there on Matchroom and you don't want to play ball, they end up getting dope. And I'm proving
dirty. Yeah.
They end up testing dirty, bro. You can go over to Claire, what's her name? McCaskill. McCaskill was talking big shit. She wanted more money, and at the time she was talking about going to Queensbury or some shit like that because they was gonna offer more money and this, that, and the third, right? And Eddie was like, "Oh yeah, bitch, drug test failed." It was like, what the fuck? And then Alicia Bumgarner was talking that same shit. She felt like she wanted that title, keep going, get titles, and they not doing it. She was talking mess. Guess what? Dirty. Who else popped dirty? How they
Like
pop
I
dirty.
keep saying, these
Conor
fuckers running
Ben.
boxing are fucking dodgy.
Yep, check this out. Conor Ben. Conor Ben was dogging Eddie on TV every time, like, because he wanted fights. He wanted to fight Amir Khan. He wanted the big fights, and he'd be like, Eddie, you got their number, call him. You the one stopping the fights. What happened to Conor Ben? Dirty, and all of a sudden now, after 2 years, there was no conclusive evidence that he was ever dirty. And notice all of them come back like that. Oh, there was no evidence that they were dirty.
Surely Conor Ben should be suing some cunt then, because they've held his career up for fucking nearly 2 years.
Motherfucker 2 years, bro. And the thing is, they got what they wanted. That's the crazy part, because the standard of when you get popped in the UK for steroid use, 2 years minimum. And it's funny, exactly after 2 years, it wasn't no evidence.
I think it's the same here too. 2 years is the minimum. Like in AFL football, you get caught with any performance-enhancing drug in you, it's minimum 2 years.
It's worse than that for Conor Ben, because there was nothing conclusive that said it was positive. It was just under investigation for 2 years.
For 2 years.
That prevented him from actually fighting. So that's...
But in England too. And where's Eddie Hearn from?
UK, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Eddie
trying
Hearn's
to tell you.
greasing someone's palm.
I'm telling you, it only happens with them motherfuckers, man. That shit is crazy. And I'm like, dude, and it always happens when they don't act right, when they want more. You see what I'm saying? Or they finna get out the contract and they want to leave. And it's crazy. And it's more boxing got done like that. And it's like, hey man, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it dealing with him.
Sky Nicholson want to watch out if she stops fucking sucking the old D.
Yeah, I was finna say, I'm about to say, man, she ain't got to worry about nothing, man. Shit, she got
no, not at the moment, but if she decides she don't want it no more.
Right. Yeah, but on everything, man, that you gotta watch that. That shit crazy, man. And then you got people scrambling. And meanwhile, motherfucking Canelo all over here. They could negotiate they goddamn punishment, it seems like.
Pretty much.
I don't condone this shit. I hate that shit. If you really fucking cheat and that shit pop, man, that's on you, bro. You gotta cheat to win, man. You don't need to fight.
I don't think Canelo is the first one to pop dirty for Glenbuterol or some sort of similar substance from eating meat in Mexico, though.
Yeah,
I think that's quite common.
Yeah, like you gotta do like bodybuilders, but that just tell you. For me, like I said, if I was ever in boxing, I think everybody's against me. When I get in the ring and out the fucking ring, I'm eating free reign. I'm eating. I don't want shit that got GMO. I don't want. You know what I mean? Like
I'm only eating the meat that my dad grows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Because that's detrimental to me and my career.
People would call you paranoid, but you'd fucking have to be.
Yeah, because you just don't know.
And like you said about Michael Jordan and that pizza, I mean, you're not going to ring up fucking Pizza Hut and get them to deliver your pizza. There could be anybody fucking doing anything to that pizza on the way.
Exactly, man. I'm like that with fucking Uber. Uber bring my shit, ain't no sticker on it. I'm like, I don't want it. They be like, what? I'm like, I don't want it. That's just how I want it.
The only problem I've got with that story,
I'll go to a restaurant and
you don't ring up. Only problem I've got with that story is you don't ring up. If someone's called it for Mike on the night, they're actually not going to ring up and say, I need you to make a pizza for Michael Jordan. They're just going to say, well, give me a Supreme or whatever it is, meat lovers, can you deliver it?
Right, but he said somebody at the hotel brought it to his room, though. That somebody could have been for the opposing team.
Yeah, it wasn't the delivery man. It was like the waiter.
Yeah, they're not letting the delivery man go to your no star room like Michael Jordan so he can spaz up like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna do that. You know what I mean?
That's some fucking CIA shit, isn't it?
Yeah, he said he didn't do that. He hired an assistant right after that shit. Like, nah, bro, I gotta have somebody I could trust. I'm not doing that. Told her stomach he had ate it that day and that evening he was fucked.
Like you said, Slick, that high profile and the sort of dollars we're talking about too. I mean, you know, if someone rubbed cream on Tank's arm at that fucking, you know, say B-Hop did rub steroid cream on his arm, and then next thing Tank pops dirty, there's 2 years out of his career at least, sort of thing.
Exactly.
If not fucking longer, and disgraced in the eyes of everybody.
Yeah. And then in boxing, you trust
even though the mud sticks still. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you what I think. Like Ryan
what's
Garcia.
the worst that it can happen there, Mark? Like we just
Yeah,
not going to get after watching him to actually fight tomato cans. Come on.
yeah.
But I'll tell you what I think. What happened? Like you trusting all these people when they trying to make weight. That's what I think happened to Ryan, bro. I think Scooter came. They trust Scooter because he's legendary. He's legendary. Like you gotta think. Okay, how does this one man that everybody call gets the weight off these people so fast? He said it himself. They called him in the night before. And you was able to get how many pounds off this motherfucker in one night? And then he said, take these pills. Hey, take this, and I need you to get in a cold bath. What the fuck did you give him? You get what I'm saying? That's what I think. I think Ryan wasn't thinking. He didn't ask no questions. He took whatever that man gave him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I think got him popped. That's why I really think happened, bro.
That's how them fuckers play too.
You not finna just lose no fucking 12 pounds overnight without no help. You get what I'm saying?
Fuck no.
You're not. You're not.
I lost that much weight overnight. I think I got fucking cancer or something.
Thank you. Exactly, bro. Or you smoking dope. One and two.
I do that every
ways I see
day,
people lose weight fast.
You got Australia's biggest tapeworm in your guts.
Something, man, because this shit is weird, bro.
Smoking dope, you're usually putting on weight because you go into the fridge, getting a bar of chocolate, and then go back to the cupboard.
I'm talking about motherfuckers be smoking crack and meth and shit.
Oh, crack and shit.
Them motherfuckers lose weight. They forget to eat. Them motherfuckers forget to eat. They end up looking like zombies.
Mark, did you see that Punch is softening up a little bit? Devin Haney had a sook the last couple of days because Ryan Garcia is interested in having a fight with Teofimo Lopez, and he feels like he's being disrespected. And before you tuned in, maybe you were driving. I said to Punch, I said, how did you miss that one? I thought you would have went scorched earth on him. So Punch is mellowing out in his old age. When's your birthday, Punch?
My birthday is November 19th.
Mine's November 30th.
Oh,
Punch
shit. That's what's up.
Punch has got a birthday coming up in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah, pretty soon, fellas. Pretty soon.
Right.
I'm going to do a stream on that night. Don't worry.
Mine's November 30th.
Oh, okay, bro.
That's what's up. Well, salute to y'all, man.
What's his name? What were we just talking about? Ryan. Fuck, it's gone. See, the magic of smoking weed. You can't remember anything for fucking 4 seconds.
But I bet you're hungry.
Right.
There's good sides to it too, though. I can read the same book about 6 fucking times before I remember it.
Hell no.
See what happens when you go late night, Punch? You open up a full can of worms. We cover the whole world of boxing.
Damn right.
Like it. That's why I like, man. I'm about to start doing it more often because I'd be bored as hell, and I'm a night owl, as you can see.
Yeah.
When do you fucking sleep?
I sleep about 5 hours a day.
What? While you're at work?
No, usually at night. I do wake up. I usually sleep between the hours of like 2 and like 6.
Fuck that.
He said, fuck that.
How my body's built, bro. Like, my mind is always racing, bro. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm one of them type of people.
Yeah, I'm a little bit like that, Punch, but I'm a little bit opposite. Like, I'll go to bed, say 10 o'clock my time, right? And then 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, my eyes will open, right? And my brain just goes bing, 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 bing. I'm starting to think about what I've got to do tomorrow, next week, yesterday, right? And I just realised, right, there's no chance of me going back to bed, right? Sleep, so I just get up. So quite often, I try to stay in a routine, but I get tired. Like I feel my body gets tired, sort of, 10 o'clock at night. So I'm in bed, I'll get sleep, but it's nothing for me to be up boiling the jug for my first cup of coffee of the day at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, my time. And so that's probably 5 or 6 hours too, right?
Yeah.
But
I'm good with that, man. I'm highly energized. If I get a good
speaking
5
about
hours, bro,
sleep,
I'm ready
y'all,
to go.
I'm finna get up out of here, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
This was
y'all
fun.
be easy, man.
I think I'm gonna go too, fellas.
I'll be live in the morning.
I'm on like, what is this? 3 hours, man. I'm about to kick back and watch some TV, fellas. Get nice and exercised
relax.
up and kicky. You know what I mean? But it's been fun, man. I'll definitely see y'all tomorrow for the fight, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be live in the morning, and I'll be live tomorrow night.
Hey, Slick, I'm hop on the morning live, bro.
All right, bet.
I'm off tomorrow. I'll talk to you then. Hey, Mark.
Right on.
Hey, y'all have a good night.
All right.
All
All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Well, morning for y'all. See y'all later.
right.
See ya.